Hey, we are here with the last episode of Lords of Hatred. So
I was like, is that a fill in the blank? Is this a game show, or are you trying to figure out if we know what game
I
we're
actually
playing?
forgot the name of the show.
I had a feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're in theory this is going to be the finale. I'm hoping that it will be. I think it will be. We'll see though. So the characters we have. Well, really, let's do something real quick. Let's go around and just jump into beliefs, instincts, and traits. Have everybody real quick give a quick description of their character. As we get back into it here, and we'll talk about what's going on. So, Ren, let's figure out what's going on with you.
Are you doing beliefs and instincts?
Yeah. So, real quick, who's Ren again? As a final summary of your...
I'm not him. I mean, who is he really? I mean, if we're talking about in the grand scheme of things.
Okay, all right. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah, sorry, I'm
You're stalling.
No, well, yeah, I am stalling. My screen resolution has not been fixed, so I can't see the minimized buttons or anything. So I'm trying to get on Roll20, but I can't see what I'm doing.
Do we want to skip Connor for now?
I got it pulled up. Okay. I am
your beliefs and instincts this time.
Oh heck no! I just got on.
I hate you.
I think everyone should probably stay the same. I think we're still working on a lot of them.
Yeah, last week we decided that we didn't know, and just made them up at the end. I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe not. I don't remember.
Yeah, we were like, it's the finale, it'll be fine. And then we were like, it's the finale, it'll be fine. And now we're like, it's the finale, it'll be fine.
I also said that last week, and then we couldn't play. So, this we've been trying to do this finale for 3 weeks now, but we'll do it. I promise. I think.
Okay, so belief 1 can still wait. No, I'll let me just. So I'm Rentoran.
Yeah.
I play Rentoran. I'm not Rentoran. I'm not confused. And he is a Jedi Master. He used to be on the Jedi Council. He decided that the Jedi did not know, did not quite have the Jedi code as down as the truth as to what the Force really is about and what the Jedi should really be about. So we had a little bit of a difference with how the Jedi were teaching certain things, and when he got on the council, he realized that the council was always about just deciding what other people should do, but the people on the council never really go out and do something about it. And so he decided to go out and go back to just being a Jedi master, but not on the council, and just go about and do the Jedi things and help people and do that kind of a thing. And so that's kind of what Ren is about. As of more recently, he has befriended a Sith, being Kalos, but he does trust him and does think that he's trying to do the right thing for the most part. And so there's a bond and fellowship there. And then he is
probably more than enough, honestly, information about Ren. I was hoping these would be way shorter.
Oh, okay.
I didn't need you to recap the entire season or anything. I just wanted a quick, Ren's a Jedi Master.
Okay, yeah. I needed. One more thing is that he has his Jedi ghosts.
Yes. Exactly.
That's important.
Cool.
He's also Byaku's master, which I feel like is relevant.
Yes.
Oh, that's also important. Yes, correct. But he has nothing to do with Rel.
Connor, would you turn down your volume a little bit?
Me?
Yeah, you're a little bit overpowering compared to everybody else.
Oh shoot. Okay.
I also need to turn my light on. I'm not a Sith right now. In the dark.
Yeah, let's just run through his bits real quick. We can get rolling here.
Ew, not his bits.
I think that every time.
Well, I'm glad you haven't said it till now.
Yeah.
And we have to wait for you to say it a bunch before we
Perfect. Connor.
Sorry, what are we waiting on?
You, beliefs, instincts, and traits.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. This so belief 1 can still work. The Sith have captured Nomi. I will stop at nothing to hunt them down and finish this once and for all.
Mm-hmm.
And this second belief needs a little bit of workshopping, but essentially, I'm going to keep Kalos' secret from the Sith, and I will not kill Kalos to keep the secret. I've decided that 2 wrongs don't make a right, in a sense.
Cool. And the third, you can still do that one.
Oh yeah, Rel is a danger. I will resolve the situation with him while keeping the youngling's best interests in mind. I'm not quite sure if I'll get the chance to kind of shake that out in this, but I that's still my belief. And then instincts, I can never turn my back on those who need my help. Never turn my back to a Sith. Always carry my lightsaber. And then I'm going to do traits as well.
Yeah.
Prominent scar, haunted by luminous beings, attuned, empathy, knighthood, sworn to the order, quickened pulse, fearless, and master.
Cool stuff. Kalos, who are you?
I am Kalos. He is an ex-Jedi and an ex-Sith. Both sucked.
Currently is kind of like in a neutral place because his hatred has been taxed.
Well, I'm just a normie now with 7 lightsaber.
Yeah. So you're General Grievous.
Ooh, that would be good.
Does this mean you get horribly disrespected from here on out?
He was respected in that one, 2009 Clone Wars, or
yeah, and then he got disrespected for the next, 11 years.
What's your beliefs, instincts, and traits?
Nomi has been taken. I will get her back by whatever means necessary. There is no way I can beat Exar Kun the way I am now. I need to either reignite my hatred or find a new source of power altogether. This bounty hunter is going to be a problem. I'll convince him to help us or eliminate the threat entirely.
Yeah, you have a bounty hunter who has a vendetta against you, but is helping you guys out, quote unquote.
Instincts. Never trust a Jedi, or a Sith for that matter. Never leave a challenge unanswered. Never feel the need to lie. Lying is for the weak.
Cool. Traits?
Attuned, sworn to the order, prominent scar, hatred, rule of 2, your lordship, aura of fear, deep sense.
You've never used deep sense.
We've never been underground. I've tried.
True. Forgot about that.
I've tried so hard.
Rel. Who are you?
Rel is a weird alien guy who can come back to life if he dies to his weird holocron and has this weird gray force thing going on. And for some reason is trying to teach force sensitive children. I don't know if he's actually talked about why he cares about that at all. And he also likes Kalos, mostly because they were friends. He was the one that was hiding him. And he stole a bunch of money from a Jedi, so they don't like him very much. And then Ren tried to get someone to kill him, and that didn't work. So
very good, very good.
Didn't work.
Butcher Bits.
What did you say, God?
And that didn't work. So
yeah. I don't have any beliefs. So I do, but don't know if any of them are relevant right now. My instincts are always find the profit, never get my hands dirty when I can pay someone else to do it, and always smell for the presence of the force. My traits are inky coating, shadow and dust, manhunter, affinity for business, rain man, poker face, and sonorous voice.
Cool. And last but certainly not least, Biyaka, who is...
So Biyaka is the first Wookiee Jedi.
Yep.
And he was Ren's Padawan.
Cool. Yeah.
Beliefs are Sith Lords must be stopped. I will work with the Order to end this by any means.
Okay.
I will help Kalos rescue Nomi.
Sounds good. And then for that third slot, I don't know if you have written anything in or have a thought.
No, I don't know what to put there.
Well, so I think the only thing that we had that was going to happen before you guys just show up to the cruiser or whatever was Rel wanted to talk to you about his Wookiee bodyguard, what happened to him. because he knows that you killed him now. Do you want to write a belief about that?
Yeah, we were going to talk about that.
Yeah.
figure
Yeah,
out
but
how
what would I even?
we can do that.
Yeah, we should talk about that briefly right now. I mean, the thing is, if Rel wouldn't actually pursue it in any sense that would require a roll, then we probably just can ignore it.
Yeah, I also don't think that he could say anything that convincing that Alashtak didn't try and say already.
That's true.
So I don't know that we'll get anything out of that conversation. So maybe we'll just see if he does something petty about it later or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you guys could still write a belief about it, if you want to, but no guarantee it's going to actually come up. And
was I informed of the
Arthaway.
circumstances? Do I know why he killed him?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
You knew what Alashtak was there to do, so you could probably just
Right.
assume Biaka tried to stop him.
Yeah,
right?
I guess that's a good point. Yeah.
So I mean, Biaka, if you just want to write something like, just however you would feel about Rel confronting you about that.
Can't I just say like I feel bad that I had to kill a Wookiee? Or no?
Sure. Yeah. Is there anything you want to do about that? Like, do you want to?
I will explain
Yeah.
to Rel why I had to kill his number 2.
Yeah. Sounds great.
Cool. That sounds good.
Instincts.
I always finish what I start. I am quick to draw my lightsaber. I will defend those who cannot defend themselves.
Cool. Traits.
Attuned, sworn to the order, knighthood vested, empathy, tough as nails, dreadful.
And then the 2 character traits that we realized.
Well, I don't really
not.
believe that. I don't really have
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
Paranoid about the ship and Schadenfreude.
Yeah, which you haven't played through once the entire time, which is fine. All right, cool. So let's talk about this briefly. We can have a conversation between Rel and Biaka, and honestly, this would be the time to wrap up any other loose ends that you guys want to wrap up before we get to the Sith cruiser. But basically, the idea at that point is you arrive at the Sith cruiser in the middle of a space battle while the Republic and the Jedi are keeping the Sith occupied, and you are gonna, make your way through the ship to face the Sith Lords. Everybody still cool with that being the plan? We're not detouring at all beyond that. I got the fight deck up here. We're ready to go with that, so we can roll. And I've reviewed the fight rules, so we should be able to run through those relatively quickly and have an epic showdown here. So let's just jump right into it. I guess one thing would be, besides Rel and Biaka, is there any other loose end tying up that needs to happen in terms of before you would fight Sith Lords conversations?
Maybe like a minute scene with the Mandalorian
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
once everyone else is off the ship.
Sure. Yeah. So Rel and Biaka, then let's start with you guys. You guys are getting close to the coordinates that were given by the Mandalorian to where the Sith fleet is. You've been coordinating this with the Republic, and they're about to do a strike as well. Who would initiate the conversation? I assume Rel, because I guess Biaka doesn't even know that Rel knows, per se.
What are we supposed to talk about?
Well, Rel was going to talk to you about Alashtak's death.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I thought you said Ren. That's my bad.
No, yeah. I think Rel would probably bring that up, and not Biaka, but so up to you.
So where are we?
Still in the ship, so in the event horizon.
And we're going to where?
To the coordinates where the Sith fleet is. Which we have learned as the audience through Kalos that is actually very close to where Korriban is. So.
So is Rel going to talk to me?
Yeah. So how did I find out about that again? What?
Your
the spy told me,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yep. Right before you got captured.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess as we're getting ready, maybe I'll go over. He'll go over to Biaka and maybe just like sit across from you while you're like getting your stuff ready. his Loshak did not return from his outing the other day. I heard you had something to do with it.
You could say that. Loshak did some terrible things, Rel. He killed many Jedi and many workers of the temple because he was, I don't know, it seemed like he was overcome with revenge or...
Yes, he did have one preferred way of solving things, but that was why he was so useful. I'm just sorry it ended the way it did. What happened?
I'm very sorry because the last thing I've ever imagined myself doing is having to kill another Wookiee.
Do I know specifically why he went there? I just knew he wanted to kill somebody, right? I don't know who it was, do I?
Yeah, I don't know if you ever got the... I mean,
he never told you that his brother was killed or whatever?
I don't think he shared a lot of like personal stuff.
No, I mean, you knew that he had a grudge against the Jedi, but you probably didn't know specifics.
Right. So yeah, I think do you know who he was there to kill specifically?
He never told you? About his brother?
We trusted one another, and he was my best man, but he not in a wedding sense, in a work sense, and and I don't think it ever got more personal than that. He wasn't exactly an open book, and I didn't ask.
Rel doesn't show that much emotion.
No, that's not particularly.
So then I'll tell him, well, the truth is a Jedi, I hate to even call him a Jedi, killed Loshtak's brother long ago. And Loshtak found out that where he was in the temple after we had arrested him to put him on trial for such. And you know the rest. I had to stop him.
I understand. He did what he thought he had to do, and you did what you had to do. Did he achieve his goal? Wait, I knew that. I know he killed him, right? Because the spy said that. I don't remember if he did.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Yes, he did.
Okay.
What did you ask me? Sorry.
I asked you if he did what if he killed the guy, but then I think I realized, I think the spy told me that he did already. So, instead, yeah, he just says, he did what he thought he had to do, and you did what you had to do. And yeah, he just kind of leaves it at that. Yeah, he says, I understand why you did what you did. And I understand why he did what he did. He just kind of like sighs.
Either way, Rel, I'm sorry.
And I'm sorry too. Hopefully this sort of thing, hopefully it won't need to come up again.
When you said "I'm sorry too," I totally expected you to like attack him.
I know, literally. That's the exact comment that everyone
too.
makes.
Rolls one strength, gets crushed.
Yeah. I'm sorry too, though, is the thing that everyone says right before they kill someone.
Right. Yeah. Well, and of course, if this was a show, I would say that, and then Biako would tense up and go for his lightsaber, and then nothing would happen. Like when the buddy points the gun at his friend and then turns and shoots someone behind him, you're like, why on earth would you point your gun at your buddy for no reason? Like the thing was behind him. Yeah, no, exactly. Fake tension.
Fake tension. We love the fake tension.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, is that the end of that scene then, Miss Lee?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, unless Biako had something to say.
Doesn't sound like it. Cool. So then you guys arrive. We see the event horizon come out of hyperspace, and suddenly a bunch of sensor warnings go off. There's a battle around you. You hear rocking and laser fire and everything because in Star Wars you can hear sound in space for whatever reason. There's a space battle going on. The Republic is attacking the Brotherhood, the Sith Brotherhood, and but you guys have a beeline that you can make right towards Exar Kun's ship. And the ships that he has here are basically like old Sith ships that he found on Yavin 4 that were brought there by Naga Sadow when he left Sith space way long ago. Sith ships. And we see the event horizon closing in. And because I assume, as we talked about last time, you have a pilot who's one of Rel's men. And because it's none of you have the pilot skill, or we're not going to worry about like anything like that. If a Loshtak was still alive, I'd probably have him make the roll. But, there's no one important alive who has the skill. So it's not very compelling to make a roll there. So you guys managed to close in, no problem. The distractions of the space battle are making it pretty easy. And then we can say that the Mandalorian, for example, has some sort of trick that allows you guys to get in the hold without setting off an alarm or anything. And so you guys land the event horizon in an abandoned hangar that has already jettisoned its fighters, like its strike fighters, right? And so you managed to pull in, and no one's around in the immediate. And then I assume you guys rush off to make your way to the Sith Lords.
Yeah, why am I coming to do this, by the way? I feel like this is...
You could just stay with the ship.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be... I mean, I don't really know what I'll be useful doing, but fighting is probably the least useful thing I can do. So,
yeah.
A bullet sponge.
I could you just bring the thing with you, and I'll just constantly respawn.
With the fight rules, you could kill someone easily.
I mean, yeah, if I had a higher reflex than them, I might be able to manage. I have a lightsaber.
That's true.
Okay,
Rel, I mean,
like
this is the thing, right?
lightsabers.
I don't think you brought your holocron, right? I think you didn't.
No, that's right. I did ditch it. I was joking. I wouldn't bring it on here. The shit might blow up.
Right, exactly. But so what I'm saying is, you can probably go off and not worry about getting killed and be a meat shield if you don't care, right?
What happens if I try and use a lightsaber and I don't?
So you'd be rolling an untrained swordplay skill at a +1 ob, in addition to normal double. But you get the +1 after the double, so that doesn't double.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good at least. I mean, that's gonna go horribly, but why not? Okay.
Okay, cool. I'm down. I mean, the thing is, like, I feel like if anyone in this group could manage to pull off something like player-wise, even though their character is terrible at combat, it would be David. So might as well give it a shot, right?
Oh, that's generous, but yeah, I'll try. Thanks.
Besides me at this point, you probably know the fight rules more than anyone else.
True. It's been a while. I guess I have my book. I should look them up.
Yeah, you should. And that's once we get there, fight handout 2 is going to be all the fight handouts in the little handout section are going to be relevant, but fight handout 2 will actually walk us through each the important steps here. But
yes, I definitely know where that is.
So there's a folder called handouts in the character journal thing. Yeah, so we can take a look at that when it's relevant. So Kalos, you wanted to stay behind with the Mandalorian for a second while everybody else starts rushing off. Yeah, so the Mandalorian starts to go, and then you like put a hand on him to stop him.
Yeah. I in character, I think it would be a safe assumption that he's not here to, for the good of the galaxy.
I think at this point, Kalos is sure of that. Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember if I made a roll.
I think someone knows. I don't know if it was you though. Yeah, Rel knows what's going on.
What we should do is when we go, we'll have him go first, and then we'll lock him in the airlock, and we'll have a dramatic airlock scene. And then we can vent him into space. Yeah. And then he'll probably land on a fighter somehow and be fine. But
well, he is putting 2 and 2 together of I essentially destroyed him and whatever was on his ship, and he came to explode me.
It's true. Yeah.
So I think I was gonna warn you. So didn't Ren tell you that he was gonna kill you? Because Ren knew.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
And he whispered to you,
Connor?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I told them that. I told them that the Mandalorian's gonna try.
And then I did my Manhunter thing or whatever, and I discerned it. Although I think I was standing right there when you said that, but you whispered, so I assumed I didn't hear it. And
I think you did react to it. I think you do know.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I also did a thing to find out. So either way I know. But
Yeah.
I didn't want to just say I heard you. But anyways, yeah. So I guess at this point, I think everybody knows. So we should just punt him into space.
I mean, if that's something you want to try, I mean,
Yeah. What's my deception skill? It's low, I think.
You do have it though. I
meaner.
think.
That was meaner than what I was going to do. But I mean, I'm not against it.
Yeah. Can I? No, that's still deception. No one else is good at. Of course not. I knew the answer.
Yeah, none of us have sneak
Yeah.
earring. It would literally just be stab him in the face, if anything.
Can I convince him that it's best that he go first for his own sake?
I mean, wait a minute. What's your? Let's definitely not metagame.
No, that's fine.
Where
Free will is
where
about
are
metagaming.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
As long as you do it the proper way. No test.
I have 4 persuasion, so if I can convince him that it's legitimately best for him to go first.
I mean, I think
let's make it haggle, because then I plus
No.
2 and whatever.
I think it makes sense, Rel, that you could roll persuasion if you wanted to, because the idea would be to get him into a compromising position. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you
but
could
I'd have to-
probably roll a persuasion to convince him to go first. There could be any number of reasons you could give. One being like, for goodwill towards the group, or because we don't trust you as much, like whatever it is, right? Not that we're going to try to kill you, right?
Yeah.
You could
Wait,
fork him
are we killing him, or do we want to use him against the Sith?
I mean, his purpose in getting here was to get us here, and we're here. So as far as Rel is concerned, he's space garbage now. He's also super wounded. So yes,
He is wounded. But granted, he also rolls with like 16 dice. So.
He doesn't have a lot of dice. Yeah,
it's true.
What's his speed?
It's also dangerous.
Your reflexes,
so.
you mean?
Yeah.
It's a good question. Let's check it out. He only has a 3 in reflexes. He actually doesn't have super great stats, all things considered. So normal reflexes.
Unfortunately, reflexes don't do us any good except in fight. So
Yeah.
And
Which is
technically in bloody
what we're
versus,
going to be using.
but
Not necessarily.
I
to kill
mean,
this
not
guy.
if we can vent him into space.
Oh no! I'm talking about using him against Exarch.
Oh, sure.
Oh,
sure.
I see.
He's got a ton of dice.
Yeah, but the thing is, in the fights, he'll either be 1v1ing someone or adding dice. In which case, he'll at most be adding 2 dice.
Oh.
But I suppose that means his wounds don't matter. I don't know. It's up to you, man. You're the one he's trying to murder. You want to kill him or not?
I'll go with Plan A for now, I guess.
Which one's that?
I was gonna convince him to work with it
Oh, okay, gotcha.
using my diplomacy skill.
Great.
All right, so yeah, kind of wait for everyone to get off the ship. I'm assuming he waits to
He has his eyes on you, so he's not going anywhere
Yeah.
if you're not going anywhere. Yeah.
So I get up, walk past him, and I kind of I don't shove him against the wall, but I kind of a menacing get in your face type thing. He's like, and blah blah blah. Kalos says, "I know why you're here, and you know what happened last time, the last 2 times, I guess. You can't beat me, and if you attempt anything on this mission, I will not only kill you, but I will make it as long and gruesome as possible." But
So you're just trying to intimidate him, basically.
oh no! I'm framing it as an intimidation, so I can roll intimidation, but I've got more.
Okay.
Roll a good truth.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna add ugly truth to the intimidation.
Continue.
As I see it, there's only one way you could possibly beat me, and that's if I let you. I promise, if you save Nomi, you can do whatever you want to me after this mission.
That's an ugly truth forked in with intimidation.
Okay, that works.
Yeah. So basically, you just want to be like,
Not
listen.
to be that guy.
Mhm.
That sounds like persuasion.
So
You're telling him he'll get what he wants.
I
right?
get what Kalos is saying though. What he's going for here basically is saying, I don't care about my own life. That's the ugly truth that he's giving, right? And he's basically
Okay.
just saying, listen, dude, this is the reality. If you just continue along with us, you'll get exactly what you want because I'm suicidal, basically.
Okay. I'm
that was
works for you.
immediately what I saw, so I'm willing for it to be an ugly truth.
Yay.
Works for me.
So
Could I have meditated on the way here to get a bonus?
sure, that's fine. If you're planning on doing this,
Okay.
Can I help
go
him?
ahead and roll a meditation at Ob 3 for that.
Ooh. Can I get a minus Ob because that's exactly what he wants?
No.
Darn, because he's in.
He doesn't have a belief about wanting to kill Kells.
Well, that's what Jared said didn't make any sense either, so I was confused. I know what you're saying now. Give me 1 second. I need to look up exactly what the ugly truth is even going to be base Ob wise. So the issue isn't necessarily that he wants to kill you. It's just that you have to be able to convince him, have to make it the truth clear to him, and that it's not easier for you to do it because he wants to kill you.
I suppose that's a persuasion based thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Ugly truth. Where is this?
Probably in the player's handbook.
I'll go up next to you and say, yeah, what he said. Now you can have my persuasion dice.
Nice try. So I think it's going to be an ugly truth about a nuanced or delicate situation, though, because it's not any of the other ones.
3.
So it's an Ob 5.
Oh, I shouldn't have said anything. I should have just left it at 3.
So again, I was saying meditation is Ob 3, not ugly truth is Ob 3.
Sorry,
so
I thought you meant
no, that's what I was. So first off, just go ahead and roll meditation at Op 3, and we'll.
I'm just gonna fork in the normal
See what you get.
stuff I do
Sure.
for that.
You actually have ugly truth now?
Oof.
He does. He's
Oh,
always.
Oh,
I've had ugly truth the whole time.
Well, that
I
was so many
roll-
ones.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Half of that.
You can still roll.
Right?
You can still spend 1 fate, yes, to reroll the traitor.
Wait, could I not have helped him?
This is the meditation roll.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
There you go.
Hey.
So the way the link tests work, though,
Doesn't
you don't
make
get
it worse.
you don't get a bonus die,
It works, yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
Sad day.
So Rel, I mean, what are you actually offering to this Rel? Because you haven't actually said anything yet.
I don't know. I don't have any actual. Yeah.
Okay,
I also
well then
don't
you
think
can't get a
would like
dice.
I also don't think you would like what I'm saying.
Well, no, but I could pretend to like what you're saying in the attempt to convince him.
Oh yeah.
But
Okay.
that's about it. Yeah.
This is almost impossible.
Mm-hmm. You could spend some persona if you'd like.
Can't afford it. This is the boss battle, dude.
Yeah.
Kill him. It's fine. Plan A fails, you just go to plan B.
Yeah. Soldier wise, because he's a soldier.
Sure. Yeah.
There we go. Strategy or
No.
tactics?
No.
Okay.
You guys have tried to use that for so many things.
I don't know what it actually is.
It's for large scale things.
Yeah. Okay. It's on 5.
Yikes.
Wait.
1 out of 5.
I'm gonna spend 2 fate.
Go ahead. Yeah. A reminder, you can. Okay. Never mind.
I want to compel the bounty hunter to just attack him.
That's not. We're not playing Fate.
Here's my fate point.
I mean, he might try that.
So yeah, that's fail there. You still have 1 out of 5 successes.
A 2 out of 5.
No. Or yes, yeah, right. Yeah. It's a 4, yeah. You can mark that difficult on Ugly Truth at least, but he just is staring at you. And he says, "You don't have to worry about me, Sith. I'm not planning on killing you today." And then he walks away.
Does he have to roll a deception, or do I have to roll a
He
perception?
does not.
Oh, I know what I kill him. The second he turns away, I stab him in the back.
Okay, would Callus be able to pick that up?
I think. I mean, should I roll?
I think so. I think so. Right.
Okay.
Like it's one thing for us to have the bird's
be?
eye view. It's an empathy test, I think.
I don't have.
You could also roll
meditation
if you'd like to. It's gonna be a more difficult meditation, but
it's better than
yeah,
a skill that doesn't exist.
I'm so glad you picked up on that, though. I mean, I'm not. I would have liked just as well if you hadn't picked up on it, but that moment of realization was sweet for me. So, let me look up meditation real quick here. Boo. Come on. Okay. So the ob for this. Ob 4.
Okay, that's doable. And with these last two rolls, I think I've got some luck coming my way, hopefully. All right, so meditation, and I'm gonna fork in soldier-wise, force tremors-wise, and force-wise.
Okay.
And what was the ab again?
4.
Right. I'm at 9, so statistically speaking, I should succeed.
Oh, wait a second. Before you roll, I think that actually might be the wrong ob because I'm remembering telepathy is really the skill to do this specifically. And yeah, so it's an ob 4 test in telepathy to do this. It has to be higher than that for meditation because this is a less likely thing to be able to do. It's gonna be an ob 7 instead.
Oh, it's impossible.
It's not impossible. You literally have 9 dice.
And 3 persona.
I can't spend that though. I need to survive more than 2 minutes. All right. 3. Maybe I could spend more. No, there's no point. Base ob 7.
Yep.
Yeah. Not even close.
Yikes. You still spend fate if you'd like.
We may as well spend 2.
Yeah, you have a bunch, don't you?
Yeah, I got so much.
Yeah, so one more, but it's not enough. Cool. Yeah, so Kalos just like stares at him and is just like, what would that mean? And then he walks away. And I love it. I love it so much. I like it better that you know now, but Kalos doesn't know. That's even better. So you guys start making your way through the ship. And I don't know if it's super interesting to play out any part of the infiltration. One, because
none of us have sneak.
None of us have. Yeah, you don't have any sneaking. You're not planning on sneaking. And any of the people you'd fight are just going to be mooks that you could very easily take out. So we see a montage if you do so, right? You're fighting auto turrets and droids and Sith acolytes and everything. As you make your way through, we see Rel's mercenaries with slug throwers take a couple of Jedi out, and then a couple of them get killed in the firefight, right? As you guys make your way through.
I'm in the background with my lightsaber being like, yeah.
Yeah. Kind of mimicking Kalos and whatever, trying to like get a sense for how to do this. Yeah. And we get the Sith throne room on any Sith ship that we've ever seen in the Star Wars thing. Right, we get this expansive chamber, big throne room. We see people on the sides of this like big bridge, right, on the ship, that are doing various regular pilots and navigators and other ship crew, doing their things, and they just kind of back away in fright because they don't have any weapons. As you guys enter the chamber. But we see Exar Kun and his apprentice Ulic Keldrama standing on the edge of on the very far end of the bridge, looking out over the space battle, right? And I think you also see in, let's see, I'm trying to think of what this would look like exactly. Probably some sort of like portable force cage. So like, force being like energy, not the force. Near them, and it holds Jaina and Nibbit, right? So we see them, to the side, and they look very weak. You're not entirely sure what's been done to them. They're like, maybe they've been tortured, maybe, or force drained or something. You're not sure exactly what's going on. But we see Nibbit, his eyes go wide, and he, puts his hands up to like the energy field and bangs on it a little bit, and we can hear that he's saying something, or see that he's saying something behind the force cage, but you guys can't hear him. And then Jaina wearily looks up and sees you, and then just looks down, almost like in shame. And you guys enter the chamber. Your troops fan out, and what do you do?
How many of the unarmed people do I have to kill to open swordplay?
It will certainly be easier to kill random ship crew with your skill here than not, but you can't just do it while everybody else waits for the fight. So you can open the skill or anything. Give me 1 second. I gotta farm these crew members before we hit the cutscene.
I only have to make like 4 rolls, right? I just gotta like poke 4 of them.
It's agility based.
Yeah, it's agility.
Yeah, but I only have 4 agility, so that's like 6 rolls.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I kill 6 of them, and then we're good, right? Oh wait, how does that work? Because I have a good perception.
I'm pretty sure. I'll double check right now, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, sorry, sword play is what you're rolling, not lightsaber. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh, but you're force sensitive.
Oh, kinda. Yeah, I don't have the trait, but
you don't have attuned.
No.
Okay, then yeah, you have to use sword play.
Not like properly for.
Yeah. Sword play is just agility. So.
Dang it. All right, and I kill 6 of them.
No, you don't. Not yet, at least. You could.
Okay.
The cutscene activates as soon as you enter the chamber. So, what do you guys do? Right? Like they're obviously looking. Oh, sorry, yeah, and then Nomi obviously is in the room too, right, with Jaina. Like that's the obvious person who's in the room with a force cage, but we see also Nibbit and
the
Jaina.
Force cage is it like a field or is it like bars?
So I think it must be like in the side of the bridge. There is a larger area that is cordoned off by a force cage, by a force barrier, like an energy field. And the 3 of them are in it. Sorry, yeah. There's three. The 3 of them are in this like force field, basically.
I go and stab the terminals because universally in Star Wars that fixes everything.
Right, just the ship starts careening down into the.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was just hoping you would open the force fields, but if it kills everybody, then sure.
Yeah, that's true. You'll survive.
Yeah.
Rel's like, joke's on all y'all. This is my plan from day one.
I wish push the big red button.
Crash the ship into another ship. But I mean, this is a very obvious like villain monologue moment where they're faced away, waiting for you to do something. And if you say anything, they're going to respond. If you just go to attack, they might do something. Up to you guys. What are you going to try here?
And the Mandalorian is still with us, right? We haven't abandoned him yet.
I failed my my perception check.
But I already warned you about him.
No, about what he's going to do, and he said he wasn't going to kill me.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. As soon as anybody.
Oh, you know what? Real quick, I need to make an addendum to the scene. I think what makes the most sense is that Nomi is actually standing right next to Ulik, the apprentice, and he has his mechanical hand on her shoulder, gripping it tightly. So and you know that the guy has his lightsaber in his hand too. So at basically she's right there, if you try anything, they're going to kill her. That's the entire vibe of this situation, right? That would be the way they would frame this, because they figured out you're coming by the time you started attacking people in their ship. So, yeah. So that's the situation. What do you guys do?
As soon as anybody does anything else that gets somebody's attention, I'll go over and try and mess with the terminals.
Sure.
But yeah, gonna wait.
I mean, there's an obvious terminal on the force cage itself. Like it's
Right,
it's a mechanical contraption, so you could go over to that specifically if that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that I'm not the center of attention
Sure,
when that
yeah.
happens. I don't want to be the first person to move.
Yep.
Or you could do it from the nearest one, then roll transmissions. So you're transmitting it to the other terminal.
I hack their stuff with transmission.
I don't think so.
Darn, I tried.
So does anyone say anything immediately? Otherwise, they're going to say something.
They're going to say something to us.
Yeah, I guess they can speak first.
Yeah, so
And
XR says, "You're weak, Kalos. I sense that the Force has left you."
I'm not the one who needs a hostage.
He turns. Ulik still is faced away from you guys, but XR turns and he says, "Just a bit of leverage, Kalos. You know what we want." And we see that obviously you did a number on him by doing like the Force lightning blast storm, whatever thing you did before. So he's like damaged and scarred and burned and stuff, right? But he turns
Which
back
means
to
he has
you.
a wound dice, right?
No. No. He probably just has special armor like Kalos does that minus out the wound.
And he wouldn't be visibly injured.
He has scars, is what I'm saying.
Are they oozing?
That like
No,
a
they're not
couple
oozing.
days
It's
ago.
not in Force shenanigans, okay? So he turns and he says, "Just a bit of leverage, Kalos. You know what we want. Give us the location of Korriban and Nomi goes free. And we can forget all of this happened." "If you don't give us the coordinates, Nomi will die. There is no other outcome of this situation."
Coordinates to a star.
Yeah, just go right here.
Yep. Or let's send him to the core. There's a black hole there.
They know it's not in the
That's much
core.
cooler. That's a good point.
I don't know what to do.
I give them the coordinates to my star because they don't know where it is. It's in the middle of the.
I mean, obviously, though, they would just have like a random scout ship do the jump first to see what happened.
Nah.
There's two ways I could take this. And one of them you guys won't like. All right. To take a step back, one of my ideas is to say, to have him, to say, I'll show him where it is, but only if he and I go.
Okay.
Like, I will personally take him there. Or, or we attack.
What did everybody think about that? Out of character.
So what? You're
plans
gonna
in-
kill him or crash the ship or what?
One of my ideas is saying that I will take him there and him alone, and then that
And then
gets
fight
Nomi
him.
out of and then that gets Nomi out of the way of danger, and then the
This is
Sith
okay.
don't have him leading the fleet.
Okay. What do you think the
But
order
what
of
if he
eva-
kills you?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you think
I
the
mean-
order of events is going to be here? Like, he's not going to let Nomi go until you've actually arrived on Korriban,
Yeah.
and even then, he probably won't because he's a
Right,
Sith. And then so you kill Nomi, or sorry, if you kill XR, then Ulik is just going to kill Nomi, right? Like I think Kalos knows the Sith well enough that they're either way they're going to kill Nomi by the end of this, right? If they still have her in her clutches, have her in their clutches.
I don't know what to do. Does anyone have any ideas?
Oh yeah, we should.
This
So
feels
what
like a
are- what
lose-lose
are-
situation?
What exactly did he say to us? You have to show us, or we'll kill her.
Basically, yeah. The only way the situation is going to go is you give us the coordinates to Korriban, or Nomi dies.
But even if once we do, they're just going to kill us anyway.
Do we know where Nomi is? Do we see her?
Yes,
Yeah.
Nomi is right there. His Exar's apprentice Ulik has her like right next to him, has a hand on her shoulder and a lightsaber in his hand, ready to kill her.
So why can't we just roll to like force crush them?
Yeah,
Shoot
those are
their
the two
lightsaber.
options,
You
right?
could do
You
that,
can
yeah.
you can try to make some sort of deal here, and then knowing that they're going to renege on it, but try to like get the upper hand on whatever that is, or you
Or we
just
can
fight.
attack.
Yeah, because we can't trust them.
No, we can't.
Well,
we
wait.
know-
If they
we
kill
know
Nomi, though, if they kill Nomi, they have no leverage, right?
Correct.
Well, then just let them kill her. I'm just kidding.
Jedi. You.
Jedi.
If I didn't have that as a
I
belief,
don't want them to have. I don't want them to have leverage over the Jedi. Just kill her.
Well, that's at this point. If that's your attitude, they don't even have leverage over the Jedi at all at this point. If the Jedi don't
Right.
care,
right. But the whole point is we're supposed to save her and kill them.
exactly, and keep the coordinates of Korriban away from them.
A secret.
Yeah,
Well,
those
we
are-
could tell them the coordinates, free Nomi, and then kill them.
right. That's definitely a play you could try. It's just trying to finagle the actual timing of all those things so that you can still,
How
get
many of
that
us are there? 4?
four, and then the thugs with the slug throwers.
Yeah,
and the
it's gonna be a fight.
Mandalorian
Let's
who's
just
going
kick
to
off the
betray
fight.
us.
Start the fight by stabbing the Mandalorian in the back. Let's just get this on with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Is that what you guys want to do?
We could also
Can I do
train
that?
I don't know.
for her.
I mean, out of character, I definitely want someone who's just stabbed Mandalorian, but I'm a Jedi, so I can't do it.
Yeah, we could trade you for her.
And then
will.
we can
That'd
start.
be-
Then we can start the combat once I'm next to them instead of her.
Yeah, but are they stupid enough to do that?
It depends on how good we roll.
Well, let's do it. Offer them
I see what
you.
you're saying. I see what you're saying, Jared. So you're basically like, I will give myself up to you, and then you can get the coordinates from me in
Yeah.
exchange for no. I feel like that's probably maybe your best play.
Okay. Like as I'm walking towards them,
Force
she's walking
explode.
towards our group,
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
and then
Yeah.
I'm going to implode into a black hole of force and kill myself and take them.
Or some implosion. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you what do you say actually to them, Kalos?
All right, it seems you have the upper hand here. I will sacrifice, or I will give myself to you and show you where it is. But we both know you're not going to let her go, so let her go, and I'll come to you. We'll do the trade at the same time. It's the only way that this doesn't just devolve into us attacking and blowing up the ship in the process, and then no one gets Korriban.
Okay, that seems like an ugly truth. Like you should probably roll something to convince them that that's like the right move.
Sure.
I think it can be an ugly truth because you're basically just saying
That this is the only way it can go down.
this is the only way it can go down. Yeah. Let's make it an
12.
3. 3 ugly truth.
Can I add in soldier?
Yeah, they're military. They have military life paths. Remember,
Okay.
Dark Lords of the Sith.
Force wise and force tremors wise, because we both know how powerful
No.
the others are.
Nope.
Does anyone want to chime in? I'm not confident, especially with the last 3 rolls.
What are you trying to convince him of? To take you instead?
That will, I'll trade myself for her at the same time, because that's the only way this is going to be able to go down
Right.
without instant destruction of all of us.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think of something to say that would help.
Besides just It is in your best interest to do this.
Yeah, exactly. I had something, now it's gone. I don't know.
Connor has contested sector. Why?
Can I use trade wise because this is a trade? Can I help with trade wise? I'll facilitate the exchange simultaneously.
You know what? Okay, I'll give that to you. If Rel basically says
Thanks.
like, I'm a trader by trade. No, that doesn't work at all. I apply in bargains myself. I can. Let's talk through a few quick terms here, right? Like that can definitely be a thing.
Maybe like Callus goes to walk forward, and I put my hand on him and say, "We'll walk together at the same time, and towards each other at the same time." Like Nomi has to walk towards us while he walks towards them.
Right. So you're just kind of like facilitating. Okay, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You can add trade wise then. Yeah.
Yay.
Connor.
What I think. Oh, hold up. You guys cut out for me for a second. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I did not hear what was said.
Help with meditation.
You're asking me to help with meditation.
I don't think you can help with meditation here. So
And you can feel
Kalos,
for the moment that everything goes down.
Kalos is trying to do an ugly truth test to basically make it clear to the Sith that the only way that can be an agreement here on anything is if the trade happens simultaneously and Kalos and Nomi walk towards the opposing groups at the same time. And Kalos is going to give himself up and basically just has to convince them that this is a good idea.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard all that.
Do you have a skill you could?
Sector wise.
No, I don't think.
Should I?
How about transfer?
I don't think I can really like. I mean, I can know about like. I mean, I could know information about this being a contested sector, but I don't think it really helps in this
No, that doesn't
situation
help here.
particularly at all.
Skirmish
I don't
tactics.
think
You
No.
can tell me the most optimal place to stand once I get up
Oh my
there.
goodness gracious!
I don't know about that one.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I don't think he has something
Can
here.
Bianca help with observation?
I don't think. Yeah.
What am I
So we
helping
can
you
see
do?
if they're going to try and pull
exactly.
something,
I don't know.
Maybe.
or interrogation. Maybe you can see if they're.
I don't think so. I think that's too much of a stretch
Okay.
for the other things that I'm looking at here.
So-
I got nothing. Wait, Ren has soldier wise.
That's true. Yeah, you can just help with soldier
does that
wise.
help?
Yeah, because they have military life paths like you guys do. So
And Bianca has
Oh, so-
heresy wise.
Okay.
They are heretics.
Relevant, yeah.
technically, they're not. They're a different religion. No,
Yeah,
no,
but
no.
isn't
You're
that
right.
the
There are
same?
heretics because these aren't the Sith. These are like Jedi that turned away from the Sith. Yeah. Okay. But
Are
no.
you actually going to?
No.
That's what I was about to say. That's
Gotta
No.
change it to heretic wise instead of heresy wise.
That might work. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Uh,
don't know.
my intimidation. Would I be able to fork that in?
Sure. Yeah.
That's 4 dice extra. I'm rolling
Wait,
with.
Bianca doesn't have intimidation. I thought he did.
No, he just has a call on for it.
Oh.
What was the
That's
ob?
unfortunate.
I've already
Ob
forgotten. Oh, okay, that was.
Help
if
with
if I had known that, I wouldn't have fought so hard. Okay, wow, I'm glad I did.
Cool.
You know what? I'm gonna
We
spend
did
it.
it.
Okay.
That's
I mean, you
4.
didn't need to, but
It doesn't actually help you any to get higher. I don't
You
think.
know what? I need to do. Spending 2 fate. There we go. Now it's a.
okay.
What are you trying to invest
Doesn't do
fate
anything,
into?
but so
I was just
Kalos.
spending fate
Yeah.
points, so.
He has a lot of fate points, yeah. So Kalos, you step forward, and Nomi gets to step forward at the same time. Ulik has turned around at this point and has pushed her forward. Both groups are pretty tense, looking at each other. And
Before I go, I whisper to Ren. I'm like, protect her and get her out of here.
I give you the man nod.
And then that way when the Mandalorian shoots her and kills her, you feel guilty for the rest of your life.
Wonderful. So Kalos and Nomi walk in opposite directions. You guys get parallel to each other.
Can I make a roll of perception or something for the Mandalorian, since I know that
You can make an
something
empathy
is-
test. Yeah. Or
Okay.
for you, maybe let's do meditation again. That's probably the best option for you.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, doing an untrained thing in this is not going to give you what you want.
Tap your I forgot what it's called for Jedi.
Empathy.
Yeah, tap your empathy.
You could hear. It's gonna be an Ob 7.
Oh, okay, yeah, I will.
It's gonna be an Ob 7
What is-
meditation test.
Yeah.
What does it do to help? Or do I just
You
how
get
do I
to
tap?
so
empathy?
because
Do I spend a fate
this is like a like helpful, empathetic sort of thing you're doing. You can basically spend a persona point to add all of your empathy dice to the roll.
point? Okay, yeah. Okay, did that.
Soldier wise, force wise, and force tremors wise.
Yes.
So I'm adding. Okay, that's
7 altogether.
7.
Yeah.
Contested sector wise.
No.
This is a contested
No.
sector, and he's keeping his eyes on everyone. So if he draws, he's gonna know it. Right? Contested
Okay. That fits with how we've been stretching that wise so far.
I almost added in help forks and advantage. I almost added my little roll. I counted it all up and then put in 13. But I okay, yeah. And then the base ob you said was 7?
7, yeah. This is normally something you have to do with telepathy. So.
Okay, this is fine. Yeah,
Whoa.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was
that
about
was-
to say.
That was a great roll.
Yeah. Okay.
So Ren. So we'll get to that in a second, I think. So Kalos.
Yeah. You build up the scene.
Yep. You get parallel to Nomi. And as you guys are getting as soon as she gets close enough so she can whisper to you without really being overheard, she basically says, "Don't do this, Kalos. You know what they want. Don't doom the galaxy like this."
Do it. Doom the galaxy.
Yeah.
Is that what you say in return?
No, I was gonna say I was gonna say I won't, but then they'd be able to see that, and they might be able to see that with a perception test. So I'll just say I'll mouth "trust me," and then I keep walking.
You guys make it to opposite sides, and I guess
And I kill myself.
is that what you do?
So Jared, you can totally win this fight. I'm serious. Because you can Aristea.
Oh,
If you spend a deeds point, you can double your stat. And then as far as I'm aware, actually this is a question for Caleb.
Mhm.
The way that Aristea is worded, it says in order to enter Aristea, a character must spend 5 fate points, 3 persona points, and 1 deeds point. Does that mean like all at once you have to spend that?
No. It's
Okay.
No.
Because I would have thought it would have said have spent
No.
or something, right?
Yeah,
right,
that's the
so-
way it works. Yeah.
If he spends his deeds, because he has 5 fate and 3 persona, if he spends his deeds point, he can do a minor epiphany and get his deeds point spent.
Yeah,
thing, I
exactly.
assume?
The deeds point will go off like
Yeah.
normal, and then the rest of
So,
the scene you can have.
Your lightsaber will be 14 gray dice.
Or I could do my.
So
hatred.
it will be 14 gray dice for one attack, and then it will continue being gray the rest of the scene, but normal number.
But you only in fight with a lightsaber, you only need to hit him once.
No, I can fight with hatred.
No, my point is you don't need to do that.
Okay.
Because you can get 14 gray dice plus before
yeah.
any of your
Okay.
stuff, it's 14 gray. Like that's your base roll before you're
Oh,
helping. And when you have a gray roll, all of your helping dice
Okay.
are gray.
Caleb,
Mhm.
if and or when I do this, if I choose to do that over hatred, I need to unlock balance. That's how that needs to be how I do it.
I don't know what
We're
balance
going
is yet.
hatred. I mean, we don't have to make rules for it, but
You just want to
You
get
give it
dice
to
for
him
it.
and then say he has it, and not actually give it to him.
Yeah.
open it.
And
I mean,
then-
it would be
and then
open
we'll
at like
add-
1. So,
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Yeah. So, is that what you're doing, Cal? So you're just gonna attack them?
I mean, I feel like we have other stuff to rectify first with
Mhm.
what's happening on their end, and I
So-
also really have to pee. So
While they were talking,
Yeah, go ahead and pee. And
can
Yeah.
I have walked over and stabbed the terminal?
I don't think so because the whole. So the way that I'm envisioning this, right here, let me draw a quick bad map. this is the bridge, right? You guys are over here. Right? You guys are at the end, the entrance to the bridge right here. They're all the way at the end, looking out over the space battle, like here. So that's the window to space or whatever.
Right.
The force cage is like right here. And then like here, there's like all the crew members with their terminals. But the terminal you want is right here. Right? So you can't, and then they're walking up and down this long walkway. So you can't really do anything without being noticed by everyone to get to the force cage.
If I go down to here, then I'll be out of sight, right?
Yeah, you'll have to make a stealth check.
Gross. I'll just wait.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Why didn't we negotiate for their release?
Whose release? Oh,
Nivet and the lady.
Because there was no point. Even if they said they were going to release them, they wouldn't do it.
When we did the trade, like with Novi, it would be like them too. Why didn't we do that?
Well, because you weren't actually planning on trading, you were just going to kill them.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, this was a fake trade to begin with. So in that way.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, they're still in harm's way.
Well, technically, they're behind a force cage.
No, Nivet's
secretly like a 9th degree.
Well, he's a force user.
Yeah. I mean, like, to be fair, they're force users, so that force cage must be strong enough to keep them from doing things. So
I assume it's not like force as in like the force, but like
no, like a laser burst. Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Okay.
If it's keeping them from doing anything, because I mean, you can force through. Well, I assume you can. So it must be doing something.
They were drained to some degree. Yeah. So they're
but either way, Jared, as long as you just don't fail a roll, nothing will happen to them.
I've only succeeded one roll today.
So real quick, so Ren, you do notice that. So when Nomi gets close to the group, you do see the Mandalorian tense, put his hand near his gun, and is looking at her at least briefly enough that you can pick up on
it. Since I succeeded at the roll, do I interfere or do I have to roll again to do something about it?
The way meditation works, you probably get a premonition of what he's going to try to do before he does it. So you can definitely act. I don't think he's necessarily going to like kill her right now. Like in this exact second, there's probably going to be at least a moment or two that passes. My thought here, is Nomi gets there. You see that something, like you're starting to get a read on what's going to happen. The Kalos, you're with the Sith Lords. They look to you and they say, "Very good. Now you can watch as all your friends die." And then obviously the door behind you closes.
Wait, door? Oh,
yeah.
To
enter the bridge. Door? Yeah. So
can I force push everyone out as the door's closing?
You could try to do that, and then if you fail, they're going to be chopped in half by the door.
What door?
I don't want to do that anyway, because then they wouldn't.
The door to enter the bridge, right? So the blast door.
We're on the bridge, aren't we?
So this is the entrance to the bridge right here. You are on the bridge.
Yeah.
They're going to close this door, so you're caught in the bridge.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, that's fine.
So that door,
it's fine. I can die. I'll just.
I thought you were blocking this off.
No. They want to massacre you here, and what happens?
Why would they do that? Because then I'm just going to attack them, and then we're going to die in the process. And I'm directly in front. That doesn't make sense.
That's true.
I'm directly in front of them. They have to get past me to do that, and they don't want to kill me.
Well, they don't have to get past you to do anything.
Oh, was it just they're going to fill it with like poison gas or something?
Well, they're in the room too.
I just don't get the legit. I just don't.
Yeah. Let me think through this. They need to do some stereotypical Sith thing here. I'm just trying to figure out what the smartest thing to do would be.
Because they're smart. Like they won't.
Well,
they're cruel, but they're not like cruel to the point of.
You know what has to happen. They let them go, right? They say, "Your friends are free to go," and then you guys can take off and head down the corridor, and then the door's going to close behind you, and that's when all the That's when they'll sick someone on you right in the corridors.
Right, except I mean, I don't assume any of us are going to leave Kalos there, right? So how does this look? So
So
what
they say
happens-
that. So what happens is they say you're free to go to Ren, probably.
And we have Nomi at this point, right?
Yep.
All right. And we don't have Nibbit or
Nope.
Jaina, do we? Okay.
Don't ever say a Sith doesn't keep his word.
And so they have Nibbit and the girl teacher
Jaina.
Jedi lady
Jaina.
whose name is
Yeah.
escaping me. What
Jaina.
did you say?
Jaina.
Jaina. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
So
I could probably get them released.
I imagine
with
that
the early truth, but
the plan here is that they would just put him in a force cage too, right? Like,
Pretty much, yeah.
okay. So I mean, do they go to do that, or are they just like, you can leave now, bye, and stand?
They just say you can leave now by.
Okay.
Ulick is ready to attack Kalos if he does something. And then Exar probably turns back to you, Kalos, and then says, now would be time to give up the coordinates of Korriban. We can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. Your friends, and he like
Do it the hard way.
gestures out at the space battle, are losing horribly. But we can end the battle now and do a hyperspace jump to Korriban right now. Leave everything behind.
Do it the hard way.
yeah, I mean, I don't care about any of the people out there particularly. I mean, it seems kind of just lame to attack them now, but how do you guys want to handle
You should break this window. I would do it, but I suck. So, and also I'm really far away from it. So
Yeah, you guys are that. Ooh, that's a good idea, but
thanks.
I
Do
feel
it.
like
They're in a force cage,
Caleb wouldn't allow that.
Well,
That's
here's
too
the thing.
easy of a.
We're all the way over here.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Let me get the thing. The thing. All right. Nope, that's the wrong thing.
What's gonna happen is I'm gonna do it. They're both gonna roll like telekinesis or whatever saves to stay in place, while like the whatever shield comes down,
The blast shield, yeah.
the blast shield, and then I'm going to fail my telekinesis.
And suck
And
yourself
I'm
out
just
into
gonna get
space.
sucked out into space.
I mean, hey, that would actually solve the problem, though.
See, what you need to do is don't make a telekinesis roll to save yourself. Instead, use the telekinesis roll to make theirs harder, and then all fly out into space. Because as we found out through silliness, you can all survive in space anyway. And also, Nibbit and Jaina are in a force cage, so they're fine.
Connor, do you kill the Mandalorian?
I think probably as soon as he is about to do something.
Ren-
I will,
Ren
or
knows-
you're
That
about
would
to.
that'd be
Yeah.
the best start to the fight. We're like, all right, start. The
Yeah.
fight starts, and we kill someone that they don't know.
Yeah,
Who
we
it
kill
is,
somebody
and
on
they're
our own team. Yeah.
like, what just happened?
yeah, all the enemy soldiers
all right,
like
then.
grab their lightsabers and guns or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, they attacked!" And then they're like, "Oh, wait, that can,
Like, I'm
okay,
confused.
hold up, can we get a surprise round from that?"
I mean, you'd at least get one on the Mandalorian.
Does this Mandalorian have a jetpack?
I mean, if he does, it's not the one he had
I
earlier.
think we do.
If I poke it with my lightsaber, will he fly at them?
Yeah, there is a chance that would happen. Yes.
Great. What do I have to? What
So-
would I have to roll
real
to
quick,
do
the
that?
question is whether or not the group leaves the chamber.
No, I mean, I don't think there's any reason for us to do that. That's a bad idea.
So you don't leave. XR turns back to you guys.
Yeah, I think we're trying to decide what we do instead of leaving, and we've had a lot of dumb ideas.
I mean, if I just attack them outright, will I get a surprise round?
That's not how it works. We do it according to the fight rules normally.
What skill would it be to in some way sabotage his jetpack so he goes flying and explodes?
Probably jury rigging. Actually, you know what?
We need
I think
Nibbit.
sabotage is
Wait,
actually
we need
jury
Nibbit.
rigging.
Couldn't I just use telekinesis?
Jury rigging would work, but sabotage I think is the skill you're looking for.
Can't I use telekinesis for that?
It's going to be way harder to do so. Yes.
I don't
What?
have either of those.
How hard is it for them to activate it? Right? Like,
Just push the button with the
So it's an
force.
op to sabotage
Right.
test.
But then you would just go up. I mean, that would be really funny. But
yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, that's. I was.
I
hoping
mean,
it would fly at
I can
them.
telekinesis him. Telekinesis him.
Telekinesis.
What?
I said telekinesis.
Yeah, I telekinesis him, but I can just flip the jetpack on
was
as I push him
telecodone.
in that direction. Like,
You can
and I can
him.
just, yeah, guys, we could not have finale'd better than this moment right
No.
here.
I'm sure we could have. There are so many other ways.
The Mandalorian.
No.
That's it. No, I do it.
Do it. Yeah,
I do it.
All right.
I don't
What are
think
you
I
gonna
should
do with
even
him?
need to roll anymore.
I'm gonna throw
That's
the
it.
Mandalorian at them. Right. That's
And
You
the
are
plan.
way more impressed with
To
this
what
than anyone
end?
else is.
To start the fight.
You need to make it look like he is initiating the battle, so they'll attack him first.
Yeah, this is getting complicated. But just tell me my op, Caleb. I feel like that should.
So
be
you're just gonna
super-
turn on his jetpack.
No, I'm gonna turn on his jetpack and then tele-eat him,
At the Sith.
or start eating him, and then turn on his jetpack, and then
Tele-turn
continue
on.
tele-eating
So
him into the enemy.
Sam in chat says y'all been drinking too much, and honestly, I'm obliged to agree at this point. So
I haven't had an ounce tonight.
the thing is, I'm not sure you understand where the switch is for the jetpack. Like it's probably like a thing he has in his suit or something that he can activate. Like it's not necessarily there's like literally a flip on the side of the thing.
Okay. Let me raise you one here. Okay. If I saw a premonition of him
Mhm.
killing what's her face,
Yeah.
he of course is going to be jetpacking away after he does that,
No.
right? He's just ready to die.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, kill me now.
He
That's so
at this
stupid.
point, his one
He's a
goal in life is
Mandalorian.
to make Kalos feel as much pain as Kalos felt.
I
gave
guess
him.
it is.
You
No,
should
that
just-
is
just
pretty
throw him.
Mandalorian. I
You
take
can,
it
the
back. That's
jetpack
fine.
was a joke.
Yeah,
Just
that
throw him.
I think you can
Okay, yeah.
use telekinesis to throw him if you'd like.
Yeah.
So is the idea here you're going
that's
to
fine.
throw him at the Sith Lords to give not so much to hurt them as to just give Kalos this like the steel test to start off with that they'll have to make to be surprised.
I think we're hoping that this will both surprise the Sith and cause them to murder him.
Yeah. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yes, that would be the ideal outcome.
Sure. So make it seem like he's coming at them to attack them.
Yeah, right. That's what we want.
Well, but how? I mean, that would be a very difficult role.
That is gonna
as
be a
I'm
very
telling
difficult
you.
role.
I mean,
So there are
like
two-
how? Like
there
are two
how
different roles here.
realistic can you make it look when someone's floating?
Exactly. So there's
But
two
the
roles.
jetpack isn't
but
turned
let-
on.
okay. Let's role play as a Sith here. There's a Mandalorian flying at you. Do you really care why he's flying at you? Don't you just cut him in half anyways?
So
You would
a lot of
assume
this-
he's jetpacking towards
the thing
you.
is, a lot of this depends on like the angle at which he's coming towards them. A bunch of other stuff. So there's going to be 2 different roles here that you can attempt. One is the harder role, which is they kill him, right? They attack him and then are distracted for whatever Kalos is going to do. Or the easier role, they just have to make a steel test to be surprised.
How much easier?
Let's
What are-
take
what
a
are the
look at
odds?
the odds anyway. Yeah.
I mean, throwing a humanoid isn't that,
No, it's not
especially
hard.
one that doesn't have
Yeah.
force to
I
counteract
think
it.
you think like pushing a spaceship is like 4. I think like a small one, like a fighter. So a person must be easy, which is weird, but yeah, I mean, I guess they.
I
do
mean,
all
it
the
makes
time.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an OB 4 test to do the easy one, and it's going to be an OB 7 test to do the hard one.
And the hard one being make it
Hard
look
one
like
being-
he's attacking.
Yes, exactly. And then they'll do a strike on him as their first action, basically.
You can do
Yeah,
that.
I can do it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
probably.
That's fine.
There's what I wanted to hear.
I mean, Chad and I both have telekinesis, so we can help.
But do you have any idea what he's doing?
6.
I don't think they do,
Uh,
unfortunately. So that's the thing. I don't think either Kalos or Biyaka have the wherewithal to understand what's going on. At least well enough to help him with the harder role, right?
I give Biyaka the nod.
No, can't give him the
No.
PC
Well,
nod.
Okay. Can't I have that advantage since I saw a premonition of it and I've had all this time? Couldn't I have like given him a nod of
Whisper
like
to Biyaka. Listen, Connor,
Yeah.
you're attempting to angle the telekinesis in such a way so that they attack him. I don't think you can get
Okay,
across
alright,
that to
that's fine.
Biyaka with a
That's fine.
nod.
Yeah.
Here's what we do.
Yeah. I'm
Not
done
at me
bullcrapping.
instead.
It's okay.
Not at me instead, and I'll just have my people shoot. and they'll just assume that a fight is happening. And then when the Mandalorian comes at them, they'll kill him. Right?
That's pretty easy. I mean,
Yeah.
we're already waiting for
Sure,
the
that's
nod
true.
to fight.
Yeah,
I mean, if you nod to me, I'm going to be like, I'm not going to do anything. Shoot him.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay. So I'm gonna.
So you can basically
fork
get an
in.
advantage die from Rel then, basically.
Okay, so that's
Not
one
4
there.
advantage dice from all the people shooting.
No.
Sure,
Yes, I'm positive.
it's 4 people helping.
It's no.
Okay.
It's a general.
All right,
No one's actually helping with skills here. This is just a
Yeah, it's
situation
fine,
that's
it's fine.
advantageous.
It's fine. Okay, force trimmers wise.
Sure.
Does this count as tactics?
Soldier wise.
Does this count as skirmish tactics?
No, again, so the way Brooding World
It's okay.
treats
You don't
these
have to
skills
explain it,
is
it's
for actual squad movements, not
Yeah.
I have a plan.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I
mean,
guess
that-
you know,
he is
you know,
part
they
of our
already
squad
trained
and
you
he's
for
moving.
this, and
Yeah, tactics is
They
literally
literally-
for squad
they-
tactic combat. Strategy is
They
for
don't-
wars.
they don't train you this in military school to tell you to eat anybody.
Exactly.
This is like playing a strategy game. We're
Okay.
moving him.
Okay, this is an actual
Yeah,
just
go ahead.
joke. I'm not trying to bullcrap you at this one, but can I fork in command since I'm forcing you?
No.
There you go. Yeah.
Contested
Yeah, okay.
sector wise.
No.
Soldier wise.
Yes.
Soldier wise, I can fork in obviously, but then I think that's it.
Yeah,
So-
his whole body is a contested sector.
Okay, we have reached the limit of that wise. I will not go any further.
But is he sick? Why is his body contested?
Yeah, no.
Because he's trying not to be flung through the air.
That's probably true.
Yeah, but only
Okay.
after Ren makes the roll here, not
Right.
before.
How
Okay.
small or big can a sector be?
Okay, we're gonna move on.
I'm putting in 3 persona for this.
Yeah.
Oof,
Oh,
okay.
I have 5
you can also do
after
empathy. Probably.
No, you cannot do
He's
empathy
trying to get this
to
guy to die.
fling a man who has technically
Elite.
not done anything to hurt him at this point into mortal danger.
That's
Oh,
not
but
true.
I'm
They're
still
trying to kill him with
saving-
a rocket
save
launcher.
I'm
Nomi.
still saving Nomi though.
Yeah.
No, it's too far. This is not a Jedi
Okay,
thing to do in this moment necessarily.
There's a different. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's really fine. I don't care. Let's stop arguing about it. Okay, base ob is 7.
If you were flinging
I did
yourself,
not mean to go yes.
Whoa. And it was open-ended automatically too. That was really
get a
bad.
single
Not a single 6.
You rolled 13 dice and you got
3
successes?
successes.
This is worse than that
Yikes.
time I tried to flirt with that girl with 7 dice and got 1 success.
How is that
God.
possible?
So do you want to
Well-
try to spend 1 fate and bank it on a bunch of
Wait,
luck?
Ren, you
Yeah,
have
I
you have a
did.
deeds point, right?
I do.
You can spend a deeds point to reroll all the failed dice on a thing.
That's true.
Should I use my deeds point?
No,
on
It just,
this?
probably
yeah, it just depends on
Probably not. But I'm just saying.
Is there-
I've
do
got
you-
Ow, wait.
do you have the
Hold on.
possibility to get an Aristea with anything, Ren?
No, heck no. There's no way.
You haven't
Wait.
spent-
Well,
no,
I
of
haven't
course you
really-
spent.
It's 5
Hasn't
and
been
3.
keeping track.
Come on.
Oh,
I have not been
Connor.
doing a good job of keeping track.
Wait, I have a question. When you spend
So sad.
a fate point or a persona point on a force power, does it count?
Yeah, it does.
And-
As the Arthur thing, yeah.
You've used telekinesis so many times. You must have like 100 of both of them in it. And you only need
That's true, you
5 of
technically
one, 3
need
of the
to-
other. Because you have to spend one every time. And assuming that we've done this, which I know we haven't,
Yeah.
but
I mean, I just put 1 fate point into it. Just
Yeah,
now.
I mean,
I-
for any of the powers, I would assume we have enough fate in it
I mean, you
because
guys
you
use
have to spend a
telekinesis
point.
for literally
Has-
everything.
Wait a second. You just used 3 persona in it.
I did.
Yeah, I would say you have at least must have at least 5 fate points in
Yeah,
telekinesis.
I mean,
at
if
this
you've
point.
used it 5 times, you have.
So yes, you could gray shade the telekinesis for the rest of the scene at this
well,
point if you do.
And
did it.
when you spend a deeds point, it doubles your. Is it for a roll or for a scene? I don't remember.
It doubles it
the
for
scene
a
and
roll.
And yeah, so you can double your dice for the roll. I mean, so your skill for the roll, and then also gray shade it for the whole scene.
So yeah, basically,
But,
if you
yeah.
spend your D's point on telekinesis right now, you could reroll all the failed dice again, right?
Okay.
And then gray shade it for the rest of the scene.
I mean, guys, this is just exciting. Why not?
Yeah,
Why
I feel
the
like we
heck?
have to, right?
Even this way, I'm not that potion guy in Skyrim that you end the game with 1,000 potions.
Yes.
And I am that guy in Skyrim. I don't think ever.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think I've drank a single potion in Skyrim
Oh,
ever.
yeah, I
Not
never.
a single time ever.
Same.
That wasn't like a health potion. So like,
Yeah.
heck, let's
You
just
drink health
do
potions.
it. So how many failed dice is this? This is
So
nuts.
let's take a look. It's
So-
at least 10, right?
All of them
I
except
can't-
3
My
1, 2,
screen
3,
size,
4,
I can't
5,
really
6,
see.
7, 8,
Yeah.
9.
at 10.
To be
Oh,
clear,
it's
if you
9.
reroll all the failed
Because
dice,
he
you
has
don't
a-
get to double your skill, but that doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, he can't double his skill because he's already rolled. He has
right.
to.
That's what I was
yeah.
just saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
because I said
it's
that
fine.
earlier. I just wanted
Yeah,
to
yeah,
clarify that I was wrong.
I mean, I could have just used the Deeds point before this, but this is
Right.
more exciting
Exactly.
and way more technical and boring for our listeners.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
basically, go to the fate die thing at the top and type in
remaining up is 4, right?
remaining up is 4 and 9 dice you roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, are the dice gray now?
Yeah.
Or are they gray?
No, they
can
aren't
I
gray until
also-
I
after
will
it's
die
spent.
if you
so.
still.
Can I also spend a fate point to
Reroll a traitor?
to
I don't think you can
reroll
reroll
So-
die?
rolls, can you?
So basically what happening at this point, Connor, actually,
Okay.
you shouldn't. So we can assume that you're spending a fate on it.
Okay.
To reroll 6s, so that you can use the fate thing, because
Okay.
otherwise, yeah, just do that.
Okay, so remaining up is 4, and then I'm gonna add 10 dice instead of 9.
Oh, because you're spending a fate to reroll a failure too. No, you can't do that because you're already
that's
doing
it.
deeds to do it. You can spend 1 fate to
Okay.
reroll any 6s you might get. That's it. Can't spend 2.
Okay, so
And
remaining up
until
9.
after the fact. So
Okay.
if there's still a failed dice, you can spend.
Okay.
Except you have to choose. So yes, you can say that you spend 2
Here,
right now.
Let me roll.
What I'm saying is, don't put in
Oh.
10 dice. But if you spend 2, you can roll. If there is still a failure, you can roll 1 more after
What
the
he's
fact.
saying is spend 2, but just put 9 dice in.
Yes.
Okay. I'm spending 2.
There you go.
There you go. Didn't need it.
All right, perfect.
So I think what we start to see, right, is you yeet the dude and it starts to fail, right? You aren't doing it correctly, and he activates his jetpack and then tries to course correct himself, so he's gonna land in front of them but facing you guys, so he's gonna be like, I'm on your side now. Let's attack him, right? That's his plan. But then
No, make it way more dramatic than that. He uses his jetpack and turns and pulls out his blaster and aims right at Nomi.
Oh, of course. Yeah. He's like, if I'm
Yeah,
going out, I
nice.
need to
Yeah.
shoot this
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Or even like I'm fighting it with him and he like starts coming towards Nomi.
No, I think
Can I say he
flying
fires off a
backwards.
blaster as well? Like
Probably-
he fires off a
probably
blast,
true,
but I
right.
telekinesis the blast as well.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so basically the way I'm setting, I think we set this up, right, is he's flying, he tries to course correct, turn around, fires off a wild shot, and then it seems like he's gonna like manage to like land successfully and not on top of them. What do you do to still succeed?
I use the force harder.
Does anyone have a more detailed idea?
He taps into hatred.
You should telekinesis his arm so he points the blaster at the other guy and starts shooting at him.
What's your lady's friend's name, Connor?
What I was thinking is, can I? Oh, Jared, that's way better. Oh my gosh, yeah, Larry.
Yeah.
Can I have
Oh, of
Larry
course.
interfere?
Yeah, of course. That makes
It's
sense.
a Dragon Ball Z spirit moment where
Yeah.
Goku shows up behind you and helps you with the Kamehameha.
Well, I don't know if not
I get
necessarily
that.
like behind me like Alen and Vin. I mean, like, can she like physically interfere?
Sure, that's fine.
Oh,
Okay,
In this moment,
sweet.
nudge him. So I think what happens is we see him start to like try to course correct himself and land, and as he does so, I think let's just say he does land, right? He does land. He pulls out his gun. He says, let's see. He says,
Don't try telling me again.
no, I want it to be a statement. He's saying it to Nomi, right? But I want it to be a statement that he could be misconstrued by the Sith.
Right.
So something like, here's what he says. He says, I only came on this ship to kill one person. And he aims it at Nomi, and then we see Larry appear, and she just like shoves his arm, and he turns unexpectedly, and his jetpack still like activates a little bit, so he like turns too much, right? And he aims it right at Exar Kun and fires, right?
Heck yeah, boy.
So this is what we're gonna do. We are gonna
We get
enter
to
the
Boba
fight
Fett.
rules now.
Or Jango Fett.
Yay.
So we're gonna enter the fight rules, and first thing. Let's see. Compare weapon lengths and test to engage.
We have all the same weapon. Other than slug throwers.
Except for, well, yeah, so we're not going to worry about the slug thrower guys. We're going to say that the crew members on the side are, and they're way too complicated. They need to be out of this
helping dice
situation.
Oh yeah, they're just helping dice. So
yeah, right. Helping dice.
Sure, I guess.
David made a lot of rolls to.
I'm not going to be any help otherwise.
That's true. That's true. They can help you. There you go. That makes sense. I just didn't want it to be too complicated.
No, yeah.
And in terms of like how this starts, we basically everyone has to choose a person to pair off again. You know what needs to happen first? I just need to roll his blaster first, actually, kind of separately from actual fight stuff, just to see what happens here.
Would he be forking everything into that?
Not necessarily.
Well, he was. Yeah, I mean, he's originally
right. He was trying to.
So he was trying.
That's true.
So you'd fork in everything he was trying to fork to kill her, and that
to kill Nomi, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see.
I'm looking at
if he just kills like Sarkoon, I'm gonna laugh. I mean, I know he won't, but
yeah,
it would be funny.
Because
the thing is, like, unlike everyone else, he doesn't have a lightsaber. So if he shoots him, it's probably not going to do much damage because of his armor.
Mm-hmm.
His armor actually helps against
blasters. But we know what his armor. Oh well, yeah, it is superior quality, but yeah. But we know the extra function of it now.
We do.
Yeah, Caleb gave that away.
I don't remember it, but
it was.
I thought it was just better.
It allowed him to ignore wound dice, like mine.
All right.
Oh yeah. Okay, so he got a 7 on his marksmanship. I'm gonna go ahead and roll for XR to see if we can block it properly. And this is technically outside of the fight rule still, so it's just a regular.
He should have one more dice because he has a superior quality.
I already added that one.
Oh, well, then what did you? Killing wise, Jedi wise, blaster wise, bounty hunting wise, assassination wise, and marksmanship.
Yeah, I already did those.
That's
only 5.
That's 6, and then +1 for the
assassination wise, bounty hunting wise, blaster wise, Jedi wise, killing wise, and then superior. That's 6. It did add 6.
Oh, you're rolling marks. Okay.
Yeah. What was that? What else would I be rolling?
Oh yeah, no. I didn't know marksmanship is what you were rolling.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. You're right.
Okay, so lightsaber. You can't really fork in a whole lot here. Just kind of telekinesis. And
meditation, I assume.
Oh yeah, because you can do it with lightsaber, yeah. Oh man. That was
that's
really
a Connor
bad.
level roll right there.
1 out of 7.
Not a Connor level roll. Kantaria's level roll. Come on. Well, no, I just failed at that one.
Yeah.
The Connor level roll.
6 3s in that roll.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
I've never seen that happen.
Dude, what is up with this session? We have
That's
all
wild.
the rolls have been horrible.
He just 360 no scopes Exar Kun in the face. Is that what just happened?
Accident?
Does that mean he just kills Exar Kun?
No, he doesn't
do damage.
Because he spent fate doesn't work. He's going to do damage as per normal with his weapon. So with a blaster,
it'll be like a superb hit, I assume, but his armor will probably soak a lot of it.
Yeah, I mean he has pretty good armor. So
this bounty hunter doesn't have any stunts that like negate armor or anything.
I mean, his gun is probably pretty good.
It's just superior quality.
It was just a fate joke. I just said stunts.
Oh. There you go. Or increasing runs.
Okay, I'm trying to find the weapon appendix. Here we go. Blasters. Okay, blaster pistol is probably. I think he has a heavy blaster pistol. That makes sense.
Probably.
For the shot.
Heavy repeating.
Where is
blaster pistol?
So he rolls the die of fate, is what he does.
For what?
For all range weapons, you roll die of fate instead of doing damage, like melee weapons.
Really?
Yep.
Weird.
So on a 4, he does a B8 wound.
Jeez.
Is that good?
Yes.
I mean, it's not bad.
It has a VA of 2.
So His armor probably has like 5 or 6 if it's like Justin or Jared's. Yeah, my brain.
I'm trying to think of how that works. Again,
It just decreases the amount that his armor, because your armor in this
by
armor
pips.
just decreases the steps, and then VA decreases how many it decreases.
Okay, so that means
As far as
3. So it's a B5 wound then.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah.
right.
If it means anything, he has a marksman rifle.
I don't think he was using that though. It sounded like he
Oh.
just whipped out his pistol.
Okay.
Is that the only weapon he has?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I'll have rolled on that instead, I guess.
Oh, all right.
And he has Eagle Eye. I don't know what that does. I don't remember.
It might do
That's
something.
probably for sniping. I don't think it matters here. Sniper, no.
Wait,
sniping.
what weapon does he have?
He has a
Oh, marksman
superior
blaster.
quality marksman rifle.
Must be marksman blaster. It's two-handed as it on here, but so on a 3 to 4, it's actually a B10. So
Nice.
B7 altogether.
7. Yeah, that's pretty solid.
That is pretty solid. Let's take a look at
Again,
his.
That's probably at least a midi, I would guess.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right, Grunow. So you get a bonus to the die of fate for a certain amount of pips over the success.
Oh.
So he got 6 over.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like it's not a 1-to-1, but there is like an additional thing that you get
Right.
if you
I assume
for
1-to-1 would be crazy.
yeah 1-to-1 because you're adding into the die of fate roll basically
Right,
is what's
yeah.
happening.
So 1-to-1 would be ridiculous.
Well, yeah, 1-to-1 would be absolutely absurd. So die of fate in this instance. So the obstacle was a 1. He definitely tripled the obstacle, so we got a +3
Jeez.
to his die of fate roll, which means
So
it
you got
was
a
a
7?
7, which means it was a B14, which minuses to B11.
Oh my god.
I think he might have just killed the dude.
I think so.
I mean, I
that's-
assume he has persona to not die right away, but
I just spent a deeds point and killed the boss.
I mean, that's an appropriate use for Beats Point. That's dope, though. I mean,
it's true. Yeah, I'm just double checking his Okay, so he has a mortal wound of 11 actually.
okay, so he takes a mortal wound, but he's not dead. Or how does that work?
So, well, I mean, it's up to him how he wants to spend things. The thing is,
Right.
I don't know. He's spent a couple of persona at this point already. I don't know if he has an extra one. He hasn't been doing.
I
He's been accomplishing goals in the game.
Captured Nomi.
Yeah, but he just sent
Last session.
Ulik to do that,
Yeah.
right?
That's true.
Ulik got a persona for that. I don't think XR
Well,
did.
I think it comes more down to, do you want to have this be extended? Because I mean, it's about a narrative pacing thing, right? Do we want to have another fight with him because he escapes, or do you want that to be a thing that is ending here? I mean, he doesn't have to die, because I mean, if he takes a mortal wound, he doesn't die, right? He just
That's
gets
true.
injured.
He just takes a
And
mortal
these
wound.
dice don't-
It's been a few sessions since he spent
These dice also don't do
persona.
anything to him. Yeah, it has been. Yeah. And the dice don't hurt him any, because he has the armor. He ignores them.
Oh, that's
Although-
true.
Does he have any stats that would be dropped to 0?
Yeah, that is what we need to
his
talk
living
about.
stat.
That is what we need to talk about, because what does this armor do? Does it negate all penalties, including the stat penalty?
I mean, it couldn't, because then you'd be unkillable.
That's true. Yeah, so it must be you can ignore them, but if the stat goes underneath, then you do go unconscious like normal.
I think it would have to be.
So
Does he have any stats of 3 or 4 or whatever the
I
penalty
think
is?
for mortal it's 4, right?
Is it? That sounds right. I'll look,
Why isn't it?
because I think it's ob for the. like,
Oh,
just
well,
ob
mortal,
for the-
it doesn't matter. Mortal just automatically makes you go unconscious no matter what. That's
Oh,
like in the rules. That's what happens. So, and yeah, and so unless he had like a deeds or whatever it is to, to ignore all wound penalties, I think you can spend a deeds to do that. Just ignore them for the rest of the scene.
That's true. Yeah.
Entirely. He goes unconscious. So I think I like that. I mean, Ren spent
I mean,
a
it's
deeds
very
on
dramatic.
it. It's very dramatic. I like it. So I think what happens is he turns there's only one person I came here to kill. And he gets flipped around and shoots Exar Kun right in the face. And he just drops.
And this is a total like Snoke not seeing the lightsaber moment coming. He had no reason to suspect he was going to be shot, because there was no danger to him.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But wait, guys, this means that Laree is the real hero.
True. It's true.
You just read the boss.
But I think what happens here, Ren, I think this makes sense. Let's say this. Loree does this, and then we see her ghostliness start to like fade away. She looks at you across, and she just like says, she just mouths goodbye, and then she disappears. So she's used up the last of her can't affect the world, so she's become one with the Force at this point.
She's done a handful of things. I think that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a good send off for a character, right? I think it makes sense that there's some like cost to that as a ghost.
Does she have like a last like instruction for him? Because she's been like basically the reason he didn't go great.
Yeah, so she mouths. She doesn't have to mouth anything. She can speak into his mind. She says goodbye, Ren. She'd probably just say like follow the light or whatever, right? Like she's been 100% for the Jedi, right? The whole time. I don't think there's going to be any other advice she'd give you, right?
She doesn't say like trust your heart or anything like that.
No, okay, this is what she says. She says, follow the light side. Protect them. You're like referring to like Kalos and Nomi and the other like Jaina and Nibbit, the people in the room who you need to protect as a Jedi.
Wow, the only person you didn't name is me.
That's fucking right.
Doesn't matter.
Because you literally can't die. What do you mean?
So Exar Kun gets shot in the face.
Right.
And then we go to fight rules.
And now
So-
this is a winnable battle. We can do it.
So
This is an easy battle now.
at this point, Kalos is facing off against, I assume, right? Kalos is going to be facing off against Ulic, right? Because he's standing next to him.
Doesn't he have to spend his first action attacking the bounty hunter too? That was part of Connor's role for the hard roll.
I think I can concede.
Yeah, I think that's what he got
enough.
instead.
The
Yeah.
intention was to make Exar Kun attack him, but Exar Kun is shot in the face. So.
Yeah, I'd rather take this. I don't want to push my luck.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Ulic and Kalos are going to face off. Fran and Biaka. So this is there was one thing that I knew was going to happen, and I guess this is about a best time is any to break it out so that we don't have all three of you just jumping in to attack Ulic. We hear from behind some clanking, right? So there's a moment of like shock from everyone, and then you hear some like loud clanking from behind, and as we see Kalos in the distance like start to attack Ulic, right? And they do like light, they start having a lightsaber duel. The rest of you turn and see a giant droid coming from behind you in the corridor. And it's so think like Iron Man, Juggernaut, like Hulkbuster sort of thing, right?
Oh, boy.
Except the head is HK's head.
Oh no.
He's here
So-
to save us.
They
he's
managed
bad.
to salvage the droid right after they destroyed him and realized he was an assassin droid, and we're like, ooh, awesome, there's protocols here we could use. Let's soup him up and make a giant like battle droid thing.
Oh no.
And he's come back and he says, "Greetings, master. My new masters have put my protocols back online." And
Bianca,
so
it's time for you to get angry.
so Biaka, I assume you're
Sun's
gonna
getting really high, buddy.
try to I assume Biaka's gonna try to attack HK, right?
Well, what weapons does he have?
Yeah, probably
Yes.
has like rocket launchers and blasters and a whole bunch of arrays.
Rocket launchers?
Yeah.
So he can just destroy us in one rocket.
This is going to be an array of things that he can do for sure.
Now, Biaka, we have the Force.
Mhm.
Nothing can destroy us in one hit.
And right now,
Yeah, rocket to the face.
Except a rocket.
Yeah, but
Really
we'll
have-
just Force push it. It's fine.
Ren's telekinesis is gray right now. So
Oh yeah.
You know what? What if I bait him and be like, "You never even were a good droid," and then he fires rockets, and then we force push him back at him and blow him up.
Yeah, it's definitely
That's
a thing
right.
you could attempt.
Do I have
basically,
to roll to
my
bait
question
him?
for you, basically, my question for you right now is: are you like going to choose him to battle in this sequence?
Who else could I battle?
Right,
We have
I
to
mean,
each battle someone else.
Yeah, basically, that's the way that the fight rules work. Is like everyone chooses one person to
Yeah, I'll fight him.
engage. Yeah.
I mean, I think technically you can contribute helping dice, but that's boring. So
What are my options?
So the
You have to
Mandalorian,
fight Kalos.
the Mandalorian is still around, and he's probably gonna go for Nomi,
Oh yeah.
right? So let's say that
Oh.
Ren is gonna gonna close in on him, and Nomi's probably gonna help you, right? Actually, she probably doesn't have a lightsaber.
I throw
Use
my
mine.
extra lightsaber that I
Or-
have.
That
Okay,
works
perfect.
too.
Yeah, that works. So Nomi will help. We'll and then I guess Rel is the only other person. I don't know if there's
I
anyone
go and
else.
stab the terminal.
Okay, right. So Rel's gonna go deal with that while everything else is happening. So Ren and the thing is, like, especially because HK came, I think, like, some of the crew members grab out blasters. There's more droids coming. There's Sith acolytes. There's gonna be like mooks to like take care of your slug thrower guys too. As of right now. So if Rel's just going over the terminal, we'll
Yeah.
just have him do his thing.
They can cross each other out. So you don't have to worry
Exactly.
about
Yeah.
them.
Mhm. And so let's go ahead and figure this out. So
Do you want me to have to roll to do that? To throw my lights or my
no, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that. Do that before.
Just for canon consistency sake. That's the one I picked up at the when I killed my master.
Perfect. Yeah.
So it's super evil. She probably won't use it.
I mean, she doesn't have
She'll
very
use it
many
in the
options
moment
there.
at least. So I believe your guys' lightsabers are long.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, yeah. So long
Are there short sabers?
should be a sword. Yeah.
Yeah, you can use a Shoto blade, but I don't know if
I don't think
anybody
there's
has
rules for
one
him,
of
but
yeah. So in this game, that would just be objectively worse. There's no reason to.
okay. So first off, we test for speed for like the individual.
Do we roll speed or is it just our
Yeah, so the way it works is Kalos and what's it called? Kalos Kalos and Ulik have the same blade, so they don't need to roll disengagement, but everyone else does because the droid has a missile weapon, right? Like that's the category, and so does the Mandalorian. So Ren and Biaka both have to make their engagement rolls to close the distance. Otherwise, they're going to be at severe disadvantage because they're going to be shot at and not be able to close the distance. So you guys will be making speed tests here. I'm going to double check the. What the actual roll is there, because there's like different disadvantage things. We're gonna try to go through this as quickly as possible.
Having a longer weapon gives you a bonus. I think having a higher stride gives you a bonus.
It does, yes. I'm just making sure I know exactly what those bonuses are.
Right.
So, fight procedure. So you engage. You
Primary.
test to engage.
Stride is +1.
I don't think anyone has a
Longer
higher stride than
weapon.
the other.
Yeah.
Actually, the droid probably
no,
does.
Yeah, the droid
I
probably.
thought
does.
I did.
You might. You're
Oh,
huge.
you might actually. Yeah, because you're
That
like
makes sense.
big.
Definitely no worse.
I still don't think you'd have higher than the droid, but
Well, how big is he?
The Hulkbuster is so huge.
We never have
Um,
established how big Bioka is though.
no, we have
The
stride of
biggest
7.
Wookiee ever.
Stride of 7, so you do get
Okay.
you would get a bonus, but I think the droid is going to have a higher stride than 7. It's probably going to be an 8.
Why does
um,
Bioka have 7? Because I have 7. I thought he was
I do
bigger
have
than
7.
I should have
me.
10.
I don't know. I didn't set my stride.
Wait, I have 7 stride too.
Oh, so 7 is
Wow.
the base then. So yeah, that's what I have written down. I literally have it written down in here that he has 7. So yeah,
Oh,
just is
okay.
normal. Either way,
Yeah, I mean, he picked Alien. In order to have a higher stride, he would have had to buy it probably.
that's true. Yeah, he would have had to buy a
That's
trait,
why.
and he didn't.
Yeah.
So okay. Anyway,
So
Yes.
Wookiees have short limbs in this universe.
no, it's just that the difference isn't enough to give you a bonus, basically.
Also, stride is about movement speed more than anything.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then
yeah.
longest weapon gives you more dice. I don't really know how ranged weapons work in that.
Pretty sure that counts as because the crossbows are in that little diagram. As having the longest.
Yeah, I have it.
And,
I have it here.
Fight handout 1, I think.
Yeah, they're longer. It goes longer, longest. So it goes long, and then longer, longest, and missile. So he has 3 lengths longer than their weapon, which is +2. Because
Yes.
it's 2 or more lengths.
Yep,
So
so
he'd have +3 total. And then the
Wait, why would he have +3? Right.
There's one for the stride and
Yeah,
two
yeah.
for the.
Well,
and
so
then-
technically what it is the droid gets. Yeah, I see. There's a difference between the first engagement and then other previous, like later things. There's like a ob penalty that gets added instead of dice bonuses. But
see.
yeah, it's fine.
Right.
So so +2 advantage for longest weapon, and he has +1, so 3 dice for that.
Yeah.
So go ahead and Biaka roll. Actually, I'll roll for him first. The droid. Exit it off of it. It's annoying. Oh, it's hard to find things.
It looks like sword against missile has a +2 ob, and then a missile.
So that's
against...
there's difference
That's
between the
later.
first time you do it and
okay.
previous.
I'm sorry.
There's other things that happen there. Yeah, you're good. I'm just double checking what the actual stats here would be for all this. What? Why did it do that? Oh, this is really annoying. Try to
What's the matter?
navigate. I'm just trying to have stats up here properly.
Oh,
It's annoying to filter through all this stuff. There are no good stats.
My cat just sneezed
For-
in my mouth.
Yikes.
Yes, you're adorable.
Okay. So this is the roll for speed. Oops, that didn't work. Okay, so your ob is 6, Biaka, with your speed test. He really rolled pretty well on that. So basically, this will only mean like who has the advantage in the engagement, whether or not he'll be able to
Am I
keep you.
still wounded?
I think so. Yes, you have the. You're not wounded, but you're recovering, and so you still have 1 dice removed.
What am I rolling?
Speed.
Speed?
Yep.
I only have 3, so I can't beat him.
Yeah, if you get 6s and maybe spend fate, that's like luck could come into it, but yeah, probably not.
What do you mean? Isn't it impossible?
no, because if you roll 6s, you could technically.
It's technically
get
never
4 6s in a
impossible
row,
with
but-
Artha, but yeah.
It's just
I mean-
extremely statistically improbable.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
so it
it's-
is impossible.
Functionally.
I want to
We've
use
done it
all
before,
10 of
okay?
my persona on this roll, actually.
Yeah.
You can only spend 3 at one time, but you could do that.
And I don't think this is the role you'd want to dump.
No,
no,
I'm just kidding.
definitely
Probably
not. Yeah.
Well, wait,
Okay.
what? I mean, won't I still be able to use it more later?
Yeah. I'm sure-
Don't worry about it.
I mean, I
Okay,
might as
you're
well
right.
use all 10 by the time the game's over.
You
Exactly.
also
Yeah.
have telekinesis, so I honestly don't even know how much it matters if you're in close range.
What is this speed test? If I lose it, what does that mean?
It just
So
means that he has the advantage, and you're probably not able to hit him with your lightsaber, but you can just force push him or something instead, probably.
yeah.
I
So
don't know
okay.
how
So
that
what it
works.
is the +1 ob, the disadvantage table there that you were looking at, Jared, is what they have for when they are making rolls during the engagement, right? So during the volleys. So Biaka right now
+3 ob sword versus
has
missile.
+3 ob to anything he's trying to do if he's doing it with his lightsaber, right? So yeah, I mean, you could probably try to throw debris with your telekinesis instead and negate the penalty, but yeah, I wouldn't do as much damage as your lightsaber, basically. Okay, cool. So that's done. Ren, go and do the same thing. I'll roll for.
speed.
He'll just
for
have
bounty hunter
+2 for
dude.
the missiles as opposed to because his stride is the same, unless the jetpack gives him more stride.
I think it probably does. Yeah. So I'm gonna real quick roll for his speed.
Oh yeah, I also have a stride of 8. Okay. Yeah, it
I
says,
can't use a fate point because I have a 6.
You can if you want to. Yeah,
Yeah, I will.
you can
Okay,
actually
no, I
spend
don't.
2 if you'd like.
Oh, then I'll
Or
do
7.
2. Remaining ob 4,
Yes.
2 dice. I got 1.
Yeah. So still the same. And then Connor. Ooh, man. Oh wait.
Why is the ob
Wait,
0?
when did the bounty hunter get wounds? When did that happen? Oh,
When
you
he
beat him up and stuff. Yeah. Forgot.
funny.
There's like a
Idiots.
yeah.
Now I
Yeah, so up
could
to.
spend persona on this, correct?
Yeah. Up to
Three?
3.
You only got 2.
He also has -1. But
Yeah, I'd
Oh,
be
you're wounded
rolling
too.
4.
Man, everyone's beat up.
it's
today.
about a 50-50.
Yeah, I'll spend
Exactly.
1 persona on this. I feel like that's. Oh wait, I put that in advantages.
You can also roll fate to re-roll.
Right, yeah.
You can spend 2. Oh,
Holy
Very nice.
Nice.
dude.
There you go.
Why was it open-ended?
So you managed to close it on him. Byakuya has not managed to close in.
Oh, it wasn't. Never
It
mind.
wasn't.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Is Nomi helping you then? Did we say, Ren?
Sorry?
Nomi's helping you, yes.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Do we want to say the slug thrower guys are helping Byakuya? Because I feel like otherwise he's going to get in a bad scrape here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, it's up
Right.
to Rel.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, okay.
I
I
mean,
mean, it also makes sense. It's the biggest thing that just
Yeah. They're all
romps
just-
I mean,
into the room.
He's arguably fighting the strongest thing.
Oh, to be
Yeah.
fair though, they all have slug throwers. I don't know
yeah,
how.
that's
Oh,
what I was gonna say. It would
no.
be bad against that. And good
That would be
against
very bad
lightsabers,
against this. So
so,
yeah, probably not actually helpful. All right, good luck, Byakuya.
Is that all they have?
Okay, so the way this is going to
yeah,
work.
I think so.
Yeah, that was your specifically Jedi killers is what you managed to get. Yeah. Okay, so everyone go and take a look at your reflexes. And that is the number of actions you'll get to do. So the way this is going to work, and we'll try to do it as quickly as possible, not worry too much about specifics. Here are the 3 slots. Probably actually.
Hey, should my speed be 4?
Okay.
No, it should be
Because I have 2
6.
difficult and 2 challenging on there.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it should have been
I
4.
see what you mean.
Yeah, go ahead and roll another die if you want.
Can it just be any dice?
I mean, go ahead and do
Or
it
do
with
I
the
put
with the fate.
remaining op 3?
Yeah. Go ahead. Do it that way. Yeah, no, okay.
Nope.
Okay, so these are the 3 slots. The way this is going to work is if you have 3 reflexes, you're just going to place 1 card in each slot. 1 action, basically, you're taking in each of these volleys. If you have 4, you can choose one of them to have 2 actions in. If you have 5, then you can choose 2 of them to have 2 actions in. You can't triple up unless you have. So you basically you have to have 2 in everything before you can add, any more.
Yeah, basically you just do 1, 2, 3, and then you go back to the beginning. 4, 5, 6.
So in terms of the cards, if you look on the bottom right here, you'll see a little deck that is a pullout there. Go ahead and click choose, and you'll be able to see all the different actions that you have available to you. If you have a question about any of them, feel free to just ask me. Most of them should be pretty obvious.
Right, handout 3 tells you what the difficulty is, depending. So basically, the card you pick will be compared to the card they pick, and then that just tells you what the roll will be. So say if you pick strike and they pick strike, you both just roll against ob 1, and so you basically just stab each other. So yeah.
So basically, the idea with this, Chad, is you're just trying to guess what the droid's going to do and try to counter it and try to get in hits or whatever. Do what you think you do.
I can't just run away.
You can certainly do that. Yeah, I mean that is literally an option in there. I believe it's.
I mean, there's a void.
I can't see
I don't know
this.
if that's here.
There is a void
It's in the
Oh,
handout.
there it is.
and push.
I know there is an option to do so. Let me look. Disengage would be the action, I think.
Avoid.
Here we go. If an opponent proves too much of you, you can use the disengage maneuver to pull back and get some distance. Test speed at +1 die, plus advantages from stride in the positioning advantage table. You must win the test, not tie. If you're successful, you retreat out of range of your opponent's attack. So you can attempt to do that. Certainly, I don't know if there's a card or not.
Would that work?
How do I
someone
get
who
rid of
has-
my wound? Why am I still wounded? It's been like 3 games.
Yeah, so unfortunately in Burning Wheel, wounds last for a long time. You're healing from the wound currently, but it's like a number of weeks until Byakuya will actually get that die back. So, yeah.
I don't even remember what it's from.
It was from the Sith Temple when you guys got a bunch of debris dropped on you.
Oh,
So you lost, you regained 1 die back from the wound you got from that, but you're still healing up from the second one.
Can you
I don't think there's a
ignore-
disengage option on the cards here, but if you want to just say, you can just put whatever card you think would be a stand-in for that and say that that's what you're doing. A run screaming, probably. So you put on there. So yeah, if Byaka's just like, I can't win this fight, he can certainly try to just
Well, I don't
disengage.
understand this chart. I don't understand what the best thing. I don't understand what I would be the best at.
Yeah, to be honest, Byaka, I think your best chance here, because you don't have a good speed, is to just attack as hard as possible, as quickly as
Yeah.
possible.
If you can kill him, you'll be fine, and you do a ton of damage with a lightsaber. So you probably, I mean, it's going to be hard because you're going to be facing high ops. But if you get any hits through, you'll do a lot of damage. How does it work if we have two people fighting him? Am I just going to be helping him?
So there's a couple of different ways you can do it. You can both script actions, and then the combatant has to script actions against specific individuals at that point.
Okay.
Which, right, except for avoid you can do against everyone at once.
Right, okay.
Or we could do it where you're just giving a helping die. Those are the two options, basically.
Unfortunately, I don't have a skill, so
What is an
prefer-
STD power test?
standard.
Standard.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Why do they say ob 1?
That's the obstacle you have to roll against. So if it's
Just
just
one?
yeah, which is
So the idea, right, is like if you're going against certain actions. So like if you and him and the droid were both attacking each other at the same time and not trying to block at all, then ob 1 is your ob, because you just have to hit him,
land.
right? Because you're
Yeah.
both
So
trying to
So what
attack
is
each
he
other.
doing? Since
You don't
he's
know yet.
first.
So that's the idea.
Yeah, but he's first.
Yeah. So this is what's happening, Chad. We're going to face down list 3 actions, right? One for each, or I don't know if you have any more reflexes than that. No, you don't. Okay, so you're literally just going to script one action for each of these slots, and he's also going to script, the droid is going to script an action for each of those slots. You won't know what they are until we start the round and then flip them over. So everyone's going to say, like, face down, put these cards down, and be like, this is the series of things I'm going to attempt to do, right? So for you, it could literally just be strike, strike, strike. You're just like, attack him as quickly as possible and just try to defeat him. And then I'll script whatever he's going to do. But we technically don't know what we're going to do until everybody scripted their actions. So
What is Great Strike?
Great Strike, it
Set
takes
up.
2 actions. So basically, but it does a lot more damage. Basically, you're setting up a strike with the first action and then attacking with the second.
Yeah. But if someone attacks you while you're doing that, it's an ob 1. So they just
So best way to do it is if you're, putting it on your second action for a volley instead of the first action, because typically people are going to be interacting against the first action in a volley, right? So you do defend, and then the second action, that volley, do Great Strike first beat, and then the second second volley, do Great Strike second beat. Something like that might work.
Okay, I'm gonna do. Do I have to tell you? If I tell you what
No.
I'm gonna do, then you're gonna
You
counter.
don't have to tell.
Don't tell them. Yeah.
Yeah, just list them down. If you choose and drag it from that, it should drag it face down.
Wait.
Yeah, there you
how?
go. So if you
Wait,
look at the if you go to the deck and you press choose on the options it gives you,
How do I open that?
Just hover over it.
so hover over the little deck in the bottom right corner,
Oh.
and then
And
click
click choose.
choose, and then from there you should be able to just drag any of those cards
Oh, I see.
out onto.
Wait, none of these are different
Yeah.
than
all
what's on the
different-
sheet.
They
Well,
should
they're
be
in a
the
different
same.
order, but they're
Yeah,
the
they're-
same.
There's a few
Stand and
extra
drool.
on the sheet.
Yeah, so those are the like steal options if you fail a steal test or something.
Oh. Sing, howl, or pray.
That's probably for
Yes,
I
some of
could
these are
sing at him.
spells.
Some of these are magic things for more fantasy burning wheel, but
Do you mind, Caleb, if I change my mind and help him fight? Because
That's fine.
yeah, all right.
I don't care if I die. It's the last episode.
Well, but also I don't know that freeing them is this is going to put more people into it. I think I should just
Where do I drag it to the box?
so let's do this. I'm gonna just go ahead and put everybody's token on the far left here,
Mhm.
and we'll have everybody put their cards on that level of so parallel to that.
Right.
So how do I place? I can place my card on the
Yeah,
map?
so if you're in that choose menu,
Yeah.
you should be able to drag it off, and it will be face down. Yeah.
Oh, there. So that's mine.
Yeah. So basically, what you'll want to do is place one there, right? And then the
Wait,
second.
I have to draw my lightsaber or no?
No, I think we can assume everybody's weapons already drawn.
Okay.
And then you put your second card here, and your third card here.
Is block and strike 1 action or 2?
Good question. I think
Block and
it's
strike
1.
is I think that's the counter strike. I think that might be the same. It's you divide your dice between a defense and attack.
So it's 1 action.
At the same time,
You're just blocking and
split
striking
your-
at the same time.
Right. But I think you might have to have a shield to do that.
I think you might, yeah. So all of you should have most of these things available to you, except for like the special like tackle or not the special like lock moves that like
Sing, Howl,
grapple
Pray.
people or any of the magic things. Yeah.
Would
Block and
warding allow
strike.
you to do block and strike?
So block and strike is a special action reserved for characters with shield training who are fighting with a shield or a parrying blade or with 2-fisted fighting training and 2 weapons. So none of you have those.
So
I mean, a
we have 2
lightsaber is
weapons.
a
We have a
parry.
lightsaber and the Force.
No, it doesn't count.
Make a force shield.
I have 2-weapon fighting. Can I force pull?
So you have this action, block and strike. Yeah, as long as you have two weapons.
But the Force is not a weapon.
I don't know who has an extra. Oh, extra Coons. Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, X Raccoons. Can I?
So
yeah.
I think you'll have to script an action to do that.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Right.
To answer your question,
Even if it kills me, I'm gonna do that because that's so cool.
It is.
I gotta do it for them.
to answer your question, Jared, warding just gives you shield, which is like armor, but different in a way I don't remember.
Okay. Well, my options are very limited. And by limited, to one thing.
How many reflexes does the robot have?
I don't think it's like super fast in that sense, so it's probably just 3.
Sweet. Where are their
So-
icons? You said you put the icons somewhere?
Yeah, they're on the far
Oh,
left.
they're there. I see them.
So basically, you're going to
Oh,
put them in the slots
Didn't know that.
parallel to your token across the map. Right?
Oh.
Yes. So Kalos put them in the
I
right
don't know
place.
who put that. I didn't put that one there.
Was that not yours? Okay.
I don't know. I just deleted it. I don't know whose that was.
I just saw one go on the map and I moved it to yours because we were talking.
So
yeah.
somebody I just deleted their card.
It's all right. They can put it back down. It's not a.
Okay. Let me look at what I'm doing. So throw object is going to be what you're doing if you're trying to like throw something with the force.
What about if I want to throw my lightsaber?
Or weapon. Yeah, you can throw your lightsaber too.
How does the
I would just
Does
change the
telekinesis
skill you're
work?
doing it with, I think. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, David.
how does telekinesis work? Since Ren is gray shaded telekinesis, I assume he's gonna want to use it.
Throw object, I just said. That's
Oh.
what you're doing, right? Throw object
Oh,
is
right.
because you're throwing an object with the force.
Right. Okay.
So I'll go to that one real quick and read off.
right.
It costs 2 actions to throw a weapon like a knife or a stone.
Oh.
Yeah,
Then
so
I
that makes
can't
sense. I
let
think
you do
we'll keep that the way it is. That makes sense because you're like focusing on the force and then chucking it, right? So Ren, if you wanted to do that, you have to script 2 actions in a row. So that might be something to do if you happen to have
Okay.
a higher reflexes and be able to do 2 actions
So we
in one volley.
can't use charge or tackle or push or any of those.
No, you can use any
No,
of
those-
those. I think you can't use lock and strike. You can't use block and strike, Biaka, because you don't have a shield or 2 weapons. You can't use lock. But I think you can use everything else except for like the gun ones and the bow ones. Yeah, because
He's
you're
smooth.
trained with a weapon. So a lot of these wouldn't be usable by people who aren't trained with the weapon they're using. So Rel can't use a lot of these actions, but all of the rest of you can. As a quick note for a couple of these, beat is a really powerful like attack that tries to like change the advantage to your advantage.
If they're blocking, you basically screw them over. But if they're
yeah.
not, you do nothing and die. So
So here's a question: what if my intent isn't to just throw something at him? What if my intent is to like,
restrain.
oh, I guess I could do disarm.
Yeah, disarm could be an option with telekinesis.
Yeah. Okay.
Isn't lock an option? Could you just maybe do that?
So lock
force.
is not. I don't think lock is an option because it's like specifically in these rules, it's like a grappling thing.
Right.
Um,
but if you're just grappling them with the force,
Let me look at it again
I don't
in
know.
the rules here.
I don't know how
No.
the force works in fight. Let's just hit people with lightsabers. It'll be easier.
It
Now
will be way
push.
easier if that's what we do.
But push could be for telekinesis too, correct?
You do push with
Yeah,
telekinesis,
that's
no
technically
problem.
also a
Okay.
grappling thing, but I mean, I think
No, I
that's
think
the
push you
right?
can do with anything, I believe.
Well, I mean, like in basic Burning Wheel hobbies, you would just be using your body, right?
Push is the power, yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is lock is like a specific, you need boxing, the skill boxing.
Oh, I see.
Whereas push you
What
can just
would be pulling that extra lightsaber to my hand?
Isn't there like an
do.
interact?
That is
I think there's like an interact.
throw object. It was either draw weapon or throw object. Each
I
of
don't
which
see
cost 2
throw
actions.
weapon.
So throw object / weapon is the
I just
thing.
see throw. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, throw object / weapon takes 2 actions. So for you, it's probably going to be draw weapon. It's the same exact number of actions. Either way, you have to bring the weapon to you and then activate it, right?
Mhm.
So 2 actions. All right, I gotta choose what I'm doing. How easy?
And
is
how are
it
we
to shoot
choosing what we're
things?
doing here?
Just put a card in each box, and then if you have what's
So
your
if
reflexes?
Your token, I put your token on the far left.
Oh, on the map. Okay.
Yeah, just put them in, and then each of those boxes are different volleys. So for if you have a high reflexes, you can put 2 in one of them.
My reflex is 4.
So you can put 2 in one of those. All of them have to have 1 action, but you can put
Wait.
2 in one of them.
How come Rail has 2 cards?
Because
He's
I'm super
fast
fast.
boy.
He is the fastest of all of you,
I have
actually.
5 reflexes.
By far.
He has 5 reflexes. So basically,
Oh.
reflexes means the number of actions you can take in this. You only have 3, so you just have the standard 1 in each. I need to double check what it takes to shoot. Oh yeah, you
here
don't
we
need to reload a blaster in Star Wars, so doesn't matter. Pretty sure shooting a blaster just takes 1 action. I don't know why it would take 2. I'll check.
What does intimidate
There's an
do?
aim action. I think you can make people do steel fists.
Aim is like you're specifically getting more dice to it.
Yeah, fire gun and crossbow is one of these.
What's Quadroma's speed?
Probably
'Cause
not very good.
The only
He better be wounded, so he pretty
the
much
only
died.
notes that they have about fighting with firearms is that
Someone
drawing
just
a
put
weapon is
card in
2
my row.
actions, and reloading ballistics takes certain actions, but obviously you don't need to reload blasters. That's all it
Caleb, are you
says.
putting stuff in Chad's row?
Yeah,
Nope,
somebody did.
I'm not doing anything.
Somebody did.
Connor, are you putting stuff in Chad? Oh, God, it's Connor.
Oh,
So I guess it
that was
takes
me.
2 actions to fire a gun.
It takes 2 actions to throw a lightsaber.
I believe
I
so,
don't know which
yes.
thing this is. Okay.
So the idea is like for any like ranged thing, you're like lining up a shot and then throwing, right? Or lining up a shot and then shooting.
The fight rules in general assume you're pretty close, and so the melee weapons tend to act faster. I think is the idea. But obviously,
Connor,
you
I'm
get a lot of
helping you.
positioning bonuses for being
Thanks, Jared. I need the line. I need the line to distinguish where my cards can go.
You put your last one in my row.
So now, Caleb, are you going to be scripting against both me and Biaka? Is that how that works?
Basically I have to choose who I'm scripting normal actions against. But avoids can go against both of you.
Oh, so you literally can't.
That's why it's so
Script with
dangerous
both.
to team up
Wow.
on people. Like they literally have to only script an action against one person.
Huh.
So you just get free hits, and basically.
Wow. Okay.
I actually need to look at Ulix.
How does intimidate work in battle?
You make
Can we
people
do
do
that?
What's the
steel
extra
fists.
card that you have right in front of you, Biaka?
I didn't put that.
It's another Connor card.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Which card are you referring to?
Someone deleted
I
it.
just deleted it. Never mind.
Connor, why do you only
Alright.
have 3 cards? You need
How does
another
intimidate work in fighting?
Ooh,
I'm
look,
still
that's
thinking about
5.
my last
Or
card.
command? Can I like access his commands and make him be nice again? Mid-fight.
You don't. So command is using the skill command, which you don't have. You could roll it untrained to try to do something like that. You could also try to roll intimidate to get him to hesitate.
I don't think I have that either.
You don't, but you do have a
It's-
call on
yeah,
for
being
it. So
trained. Yeah, that's true.
No,
All
I'll
right,
just
I'm
fight
ready.
it.
yeah, I'm
and
just
I need
doing
one more move.
Ulix real quick.
I'm doing something, Caleb, that I didn't ask you about, but I'm assuming
That's okay.
it can work. I want it to be a surprise for the audience. Hopefully it'll be a moment, but I don't know. It'll be
where
okay.
you turn the dark side and use lightning.
Yeah, that's
Called it.
actually it's force implode. I kill myself along with everybody in the room.
Nice.
All right, does everybody place their cards?
No, I need one more.
And deleted all of mine, but don't worry about it.
You're gonna put them back?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
just
It's
changed my
very
mind.
rare when combat makes it to the 3rd round.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will
Works
pass pretty
for
quickly
us.
here.
Well, I mean, I guess if they have a bunch of, if we all have a bunch of persona, I could go on, but
I suppose that's true. I mean, kind of. If you have to spend persona, I think you're assumed that you're out of the fight. Like you can't keep fighting after that because you have to.
Really?
Because you're supposed to turn the narrative in a way that you don't get killed, but it doesn't go well for you, right? Like you still lose or whatever. You just don't die. Is sort of the idea.
I thought that was one of the options.
Yeah, the other option was die, I think.
So you can spend a persona
you just
to
keep the
survive
wound,
a mortal
right?
wound,
Yeah.
or
Then
to
you still get
redirect the
knocked out.
narrative away from your certain death.
If you survive a mortal
you
wound, you
just
still get
don't.
knocked out, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody put their cards down. We good to go?
Yeah.
All right,
Wait,
let's.
I think I positioned against you. Hold on. Because I didn't know I was fighting you at first. So let me roll.
Oh, I
positions.
don't have the Mandalorian on here. I was like, I feel like there's one missing.
Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna drag this down a little bit further.
Do we roll initiative to see this one?
No, we just do one volley all at the same time. We'll probably just
There we go.
do it
I
one at a
rolled an
time, but
11.
no, we're not doing that. Okay, I need to. Oh man, I thought I was ready, but
oof,
I
wow.
forgot I needed to do his stuff. Okay, so he only has a reflexes of 3, so this will be pretty easy.
That's a good picture of them.
Yeah, I know. He doesn't have a picture, so. Okay, so he'll do that.
This is a lot of people for a fight.
I know, yeah. Okie dokie. So, who do we want to do first? There's 3 different fights going on, basically. Who do we want to do?
Everyone goes first, right? Oh, you mean
What I mean is, like, we obviously they
fight?
all happen at the same time. I just, which pair do we want to start with? Do we want to do Biaka, Ren, or
I'll go
Kalos?
first.
Sounds good. So, Biaka, go ahead and flip over your first card. You should be able to right-click on it and click to flip it over. And then I'll do
I should also do that.
yeah, and then you do yours as well, and then I'll also
I
flip
play
over.
Pot of Greed and draw 3 cards.
Activated my trap card.
So,
Black hole. We all die.
so Biaka tries to block, and Rel strikes. The thing is, he has to take 2 actions to fire. So his first action is just like setting
Preparing.
preparing his shot.
His gun spins.
Yeah. So he puts his giant fist gun, and it just starts like spinning, and he's gonna fire
So
it.
I wasted block.
Yeah. So basically, you're preemptively blocking because you think it's gonna go off before it does. Nothing happens with you, but Rel does get a free hit on him.
So he gets 4. He has 4 reflex.
No, he has 3.
3.
Well, then why does he get to do a 2-action?
No. So
He's
the
doing nothing
he
right
has
now,
to do it
'cause he's-
over 2 different volleys.
What it means is this card here is also fire gun, and then he'll shoot.
Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, he has to do it twice,
Oh,
and then
okay.
he'll shoot. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
so
how it
you
works.
can do 2 actions in the
Right.
same volley if you have enough cards, but if you don't, you have to do the 2 actions over separate volleys. So right now
Dylan,
he's
I
just
have an important
aiming.
question for you.
But yeah, Rel, you get to do a strike.
I only.
Well,
get
then I'm
one.
stupid. I wouldn't have blocked first if I knew that's how it worked.
Yeah, that's
Then
true.
why would you ever block first against range? That would be the dumbest thing.
Yeah, sorry. That's fine. So
the rules are, I think, the first time I did it too.
yeah, they're a little
was
complicated
mildly
and takes a
frustrated.
little second.
Yeah.
But that's fine if you want to change it to a strike, and that's fine with me because you're learning it, so I'm fine with that. Do I do that?
Yeah. Told you
All
I
right.
played pot
Actually, I
agreement.
think when we were doing Crow Inquisitors season 3, I think I probably said the same exact thing of, well, why in the world would anybody ever do what I just did? I'm
Yeah.
so stupid.
I don't suppose there's any chance that I get a point towards this every time I do it in a fight, is there? Or you should just get it once
For what?
for learning swordplay.
No, yeah, it's just one.
It's
Remember,
just
it's one
one,
test.
yeah,
The highest
yeah.
test from the whole thing. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was the case.
Yep.
I
So
don't
let's do yours
know.
first, Rel. So just do an untrained
Yeah, I'm never gonna hit this guy.
against Ob 1.
No, it's against Ob 4 because I failed my speed test.
Oh, right. Yeah, he's at range. Yeah.
So, help manage none. Wait.
So
no,
those
I don't
extra obs only happen at the end after you double. So set the ob as 1, and then it should give you an option to add additional complications, and put that as 3.
Well, it's not as bad.
So it should be a total ob of 5. I think.
Oh, hold on. I'm doing this wrong. I'm rolling off these. Yeah. So
Yeah, do it from a bean learned skill. Yeah.
Base obstacles is 1. Additional ob 3.
Yep.
Oh, look, I missed.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh.
You just swing wildly. You're swinging wildly as you're trying to dodge anything it's attempting to do.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't think this through.
And I think that is about it. Then nothing else really happens. Bianca, then go ahead and roll a lightsaber against Ob 1.
Hold on. My character thing is gone.
You can put forks in for these 2, just so you know. You don't have to roll just lightsaber.
That's true, yeah.
How do I open? Oh, I'm retarded. I mean, stupid. I'm not allowed to say that.
Oh, don't worry, we're not PC here.
I'm on
Yeah, well,
PC.
on Twitter, I got told I'm not allowed to say that. So.
That's not surprising.
Do you do everything your Twitter tells you to do?
No, because I just said it.
That's fair.
We did everything
okay,
Twitter
I'm
told us
rolling
to,
lightsaber.
tell babies all the time.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
rolling
that's true.
lightsaber against
It's
Ob
against Ob
1.
4 though.
And I
Same
can't.
reason.
I can fork in stuff.
Mm-hmm. As per normal.
But it's
Can I
Ob
fork
4.
in tactics?
Um,
Because I'm planning on how I'm going to hit them.
No, sorry.
You could do telekinesis if you
How? How does that fork?
if you're
I mean, you
shooting
always fork in
telekinesis at him as well.
Yeah, hold him in place while you hit him.
It's
Oh, what
basically
is that?
whatever you can.
Sorry, I popped this up for
narratively-
my own help.
Oh,
narratively justify you doing to help your role. It doesn't necessarily need to coincide with the strike.
okay. I'll use the force to hold him in place while I hit him.
Sure, yeah, that makes sense.
And then force tremors wise, because that goes with everything.
I want to use. What's the ob?
1, because he's not actually attacking you or
4,
trying to defend.
because yes, range.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Sorry, it's 4 because you have the additional complication of being at
Position.
range.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to use 3 persona. I want to kill him on the first
Okay,
hit.
yeah, go for it.
Base ob 4.
Mhm.
I barely got it.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay, so it's going to be
Good
a
thing you spent that.
Yeah.
an incidental at least.
You could re-roll.
Dude, I got
that-
3 1s. Oh, yeah. Can I reroll that 6?
yeah, you
spend
can
2.
you can spend 2 to reroll 2 dice if you'd like.
Remaining ob 0?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Nice.
Nice. There you go.
And because lightsaber's add is only 1, that means you get the highest hit. So you get a superb. So it's 1.5 times the attacker's power. A lightsaber adds how much to the power?
5 or something ridiculous.
Here
That's
we
why
go.
it always murders people.
Lightsaber.
That's why we want
That's
to
4. So what is your power, Biaka?
7.
7 for 11. What's 11 times 1.5?
16 and a half.
So 16 then.
So
you do a B16 wound. You have the lightsaber has a versus armor of 5, so I don't think there's any chance this droid has more armor than that. I think you literally just cut him in half if you want to.
Yeah, I hate that dumb droid for turning on me.
Yeah, so the thing starts to just be like super epic and like is winding up its gun, and then how do you kill it, Biaka?
Well, also, first what happens is I come at it swinging wildly and it just bats me away like a fly. And then you do something.
And then Biaka runs up towards him, jumps, and just slices him right in half down the middle.
Very nice.
While his gun's starting to spin up.
Yeah, and he says, as he's like the half face is like sputtering and dying, it says, "Personal eulogy. It was an honor, master."
Based. High five you. We did it.
Yeah. Surprisingly.
Cool. Let's do Ren next. So Ren, go ahead and flip yours over, and I'll flip over his.
Okay, hold up. Okay, just in case you don't like what I'm about to do, they're on the thing, so it's fine, right? Just in case you don't like what I'm about to do.
Strike.
Strike. Over here is it going to be Biaka?
Push. Strike.
Very nice.
I don't know why I wanted to push him. I just didn't want to strike all over. I didn't want to strike 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay, so I flipped my card and I literally. Oh, did I hit?
You deleted
I
it.
Grabbed instead.
You might be able to do Control Z. Oh, I see. Yeah, you grabbed it.
I just grabbed it instead.
It's on your. Why. Yeah, there you go.
All right. Flip card. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay.
Disarm.
So what we see is
you don't want to. Hold on.
Yeah.
You get to do the first one.
Oh.
The second one happens after you get to the 4th round. It goes 1, 2, 3, and then you come back to the first one and do the second card.
No. That's not how it works at all.
So round 1.
No. That's definitely not how it works. You do it in the volley as it's ordered. Yep.
Yeah. What?
Yes, 100%. That is how it works. You are doing it in order from 1, 2, 3 across the board, left to right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how you word for it.
So anyway, I'm gonna force push his weapons out of his hands, right? I don't know what exactly he's holding. And then we see what's his name? Ulak? No, not Ulak. The guy we just killed.
What's
Exar?
Exar Kun, sorry, thank you. Also HK, but the other guy, Exar Kun. We see Exar Kun's lightsaber like give a little wiggle, right? Like we think that it's gonna come into his hand, right? And I think the Mandalorian like glances over and can see the lightsaber moving, and then Ren throws his own lightsaber at his chest, ignited.
So I'm sorry. What are you doing with the disarm?
I'm just gonna push all of his weapons out of his hands first.
Who specifically? Sorry, the Mandalorians.
Yeah, the Mandalorians.
That's what you're trying to do. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I need to double check.
And I'm gonna throw my ignited lightsaber into his chest. Yeah.
So keep in mind, throw object is 2 actions. So it's fine if you want to make your. It's fine if you want to make your second action right here. Throw object again because it has to. It's 2 actions.
Oh.
Yeah. Because you're
fine if I
for any range thing, it's like you're lining up a shot and then
here?
taking it.
Can I push disarm over here and can I just screw this one
and you just do throw?
2? Yeah, is that fine?
So you're just making.
I don't remember what that one was.
So throw. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's totally fine.
Is that fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oops.
No, fine. That's fine. Yeah, it's a lot to keep track of, so it's totally fine if we make a little mistake.
And this still counts as telekinesis, right?
Yeah.
It's just a cooler way of telekinesis.
I
and
see what
then-
you're saying. Not necessarily. You have to roll. I think you have to roll lightsaber to do this. Let me double check the throw weapon thing
Okay.
and see
Shoot.
what's happening.
The fight
here.
rules can be.
Yeah, so this is part of why I want to do them more, is so that we actually figure it out and then can do it much more smoothly.
I mean, I literally remember nothing.
Yeah.
From the last time, what was like 3 years ago. I have no idea.
Okay, so it does say you test the throwing skill. You don't have to test the throwing skill here, but I think it makes sense that you could do telekinesis.
That's telekinesis.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
But then I still do damage with the lightsaber, correct?
So it is an ob2 test to hit, plus disadvantages from vying for position, weather, and light. So you don't have range on this guy, right? You weren't able to. You failed to close on him.
I don't remember rolling for that. Was I supposed to roll a
Oh, no,
speed
you
test?
succeeded. Yeah, that was the speed test. You succeeded. So you are in range. So you don't take any penalties
no, I
from
didn't
this.
do that, yeah.
So you don't even really need to throw your lightsaber. He's literally right there. Right, you're in front of him.
Oh, right. Well, okay. Can I just do it anyway because it's cool?
Sure.
I mean, okay.
fine.
Could I force push him into the wall and then force push the lightsaber into the...
Let me double check. So yes, you so throw what is so like there's something here about ranged weapons. So I think it's like you can't do this if you're close to them unless it's a gun.
What?
Yeah, because you're in
Wait,
because you're so close to them, you can't throw because you have no distance in which to do this with. You're literally right in front of him.
He's using the force, that wouldn't really matter, right? It's not like he's actually throwing a knife.
Yeah, but he still needs some amount of distance to throw it. Like there's literally no distance.
People push each other during lightsaber fights where they're literally.
Yeah, but I mean the rules of the fight rules. It's you. This is where you are. You can't do this unless you have a gun. As far as I can remember, let me.
If you can shoot a gun, you can use your hand. I mean, that's easier to do.
Isn't it just cooler if I can just force push him?
Because I mean, Burning Wheel doesn't expect you to have magic like that in that way. So I assume it's
clarified there.
Isn't it just cooler if he dies this way? Also, who killed my token? Who X'd out my token?
Probably Jared.
I don't even know how to undo it. I don't think I can.
I don't know,
have
Connor. Who did it?
Oh, yeah. I don't have the ability to undo that for some reason.
Should.
He undid it. It's fine.
I undid it, but you should be able to.
I see it now. Okay. I think. But I think I don't know. I mean, Caleb, if you want me to just redo
I think you should not do that.
Okay.
According to the rules, you are not able to.
Yeah,
so
that's fine. All right. I'll go back to disarm and
Find the section,
I will do. What's it called? I don't remember what this is. I'll just put it there. And I'll do just what's the difference between strike and great strike?
Great strike takes a beat to line up. So it takes two actions
twice in a row, and the first time you're basically standing there doing nothing.
So I'll just do strike instead.
Strike, and then what's your second action?
No, disarm and strike.
Oh, disarm and strike. I gotcha.
I'm trying to find strike there.
Perfect.
There.
Yeah. So if you were able to do throw object, like we're at a specific distance, then it says you cede the advantage to the target, which makes sense. But yeah, I think you were just too close. You can't get any leverage to actually throw something at him. So
okay, that's fine.
And
it's not a big deal. It's fine.
Yeah. So disarm is against.
I swear, if you tell me I can't disarm because
no, you can.
Shoot.
No, you're fine.
There we go.
Here we go.
What is going on?
So he's not really doing anything.
Okay.
He's aiming, so he's like trying to get a beat on you.
Oh,
So
okay.
disarm, I guess, is you test
So I
your.
just-
So it's a weapon or boxing skill.
to disarm.
This is probably just you cutting his gun in half, right? That's what you're doing with
no,
the lightsaber.
I'm force pushing it out of his hand.
Oh, okay. I guess that works. I'm just trying to make sure we're not like egregiously breaking rules of fight here.
the Force, I think, inherently.
Yeah, but I want to within reason. Okay. In order to disarm someone, that's when it versus test. This is really confusing. I don't know what it's saying here for obstacles.
Isn't it skill versus strength? And the little, I don't know if you can see where I'm I clicked out of it.
Because he's doing aim as the issue. So I don't know what to pair that against. What is he doing?
He's aiming is nothing. It's
Right. So
one.
I don't know.
Well, what is
He's doing disarm. That's the thing I'm confused about. I don't know what disarm is against this situation. There might be a handout somewhere.
Is disarm like circumstantial? Like he has to be doing a specific action and
I
this
don't
counters a
think
specific action?
so.
Don't I just take away his weapon?
there isn't a do nothing option on this for some reason.
So no action. Here we go. So disarm, standard skill test, ob equals the skill. Ob equals skill. Wait, what does that even mean? Equal to his weapon skill. Okay. So you have to make an ob 6 telekinesis test because his marksmanship is 6. So he's very good at like keeping his weapon. But yes, you do have great telekinesis right now.
And you got a bunch of forks.
Okay. Yeah. Let me look. Try to use some forks here.
Also, your forks. Also, just so you know, it says telekinesis is used in place of stats or martial skills to perform specific fighting actions at any range with no inherent penalties for weapon length, so long as you are both engaged with the opponent and have them encompassed within your presence. The actions are disarm, push, block, throw objects / weapon, and throw person. All maneuvers played against the sorcerer's telekinetic actions use the appropriate interaction against cast spell, regardless of the action sorcerer.
It's really hard to find things in that Star Systems book, so I didn't even know where to look for that.
We'll just do this.
That's fine.
Okay.
I just wanted to let you know for future reference.
Sounds good.
Okay, so I'm forking in force wise, force tremors wise, soldier wise,
and then we
cost an action to ignite a lightsaber.
We gray shade your telekinesis here. Here we go.
Oh, thank you. I was gonna forget about
so
that.
Go out of it again. Don't like cancel that submit.
Sorry,
I don't think it will do it unless it's after it's been gray shaded. So
sure. Yeah. I will do one persona here too.
Cool.
I think. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if I succeed at this, he can't fight me, right? Like he can't shoot at me.
Yeah, he has to change his actions, basically. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll stick with. And then the ob is 6.
Yep.
And I don't have to spend fate beforehand, correct?
No, you have to spend fate.
Well, I do spend 1 beforehand, but.
Well, I mean, either way, you're spending it after the fact, but you do have to spend an Artha on this test, yes. But you spent a persona, so that counts already. You just have to spend a point of Artha on this test.
That sucked.
Ooh, yeah. That was really bad.
Was it gray shaded?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, wow.
There's only 1
Still
3. Or no. Yeah, there's only 1 3 in there.
Yeah, and since it was automatically open-ended, you can just spend 1 fate to reroll 1 failed dice. That's your only option.
That's it?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, it's open-ended, so it automatically.
So 1 in 12 chance.
Okay.
Oh.
Almost.
No, I didn't do the obstacle quite right. I
you still need 1 more.
That's it. GG.
Cool. So you fail to disarm him.
Yep.
And I don't
then
know if
we
it does anything otherwise. You just fail. As
But
far as I know.
he only did the aim in one, right?
Yeah, so nothing happens to you.
Okay, so then I just strike him, right?
As far as I know, yeah.
Anyway.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's just dead no matter what.
Yeah. No, well,
So I try force pushing him, and
he holds on his weapon, and he's still like
he holds down like holds it down, and like we see like from behind his view, we see like from behind his back, we see his arms up, and then when his hands come down to focus the blaster pistol again, I'm just like there anime style, like ready to swing.
Cool.
To be clear, it's still on 4.
Yeah, because you don't. No. He had range. He had advantage already.
I'm sorry.
He was in optimal range. He succeeded on the speed test. Yep, Ren was. He succeeded on the speed test.
Oh, okay.
He only got a 2. The bounty hunter did.
Oh, all right. My bad.
Okay, so
it should just be against Ob 1. Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to fork in telekinesis, force wise, force tremors wise,
soldier wise.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing about
4.
Like closing on a ranged person, like.
And the Ob is 1.
Yeah. Anytime.
How did I go that low?
Anytime that they're not doing anything, all you have to do is not miss.
Yep.
So
you automatically do the
11,
max.
So you did better than average.
So your power is 4, so 8, so 12. B12, he's dead.
Gosh dang. Holy cow. So yeah, I just slice him out.
All right.
Well, do I want to kill him? Like,
yeah,
in terms
you
of
want to
being
kill
a Jedi?
I mean, you already did it. Like, it had happened. You can't actually stop it now.
Well, I could have specified my strike action. Like, my intent could have been more clear, correct?
No, your intent is to strike him in fight, right? That was your intent.
Oh,
so
okay. Well, then I'm a Jedi, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it was I didn't mean
your
to
mace
kill him.
window. Your mace window, and this guy's
so
Boba
bad.
Fett, right? Or Jango Fett, rather.
GG.
Yeah.
GG, guys.
All right, cool.
Wow. Is that it then? Or no, we need to do
Kalos and
Kalos.
Ulick. Yep.
Mhm.
So go ahead and flip yours over, Kalos.
Okay.
He's doing block first.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
How do I? Oh.
Right click. Should be an option.
on it, yeah.
Okay, so block against strike.
Mm-hmm.
He's got better reflexes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he is.
If I don't kill him in this blow, like I'm actually dead.
So skill versus skill, it's
You
just a
have a persona
versus
point?
test.
I mean, yeah, but
It's time to spend your deeds point, Jared.
oh yeah. Is there any witty? Oh, do you get to do witty banter in fight
Sure.
rules?
Yeah, that's fine.
I
You
don't
can.
need hatred to kill
So
you.
I think
Ah.
the idea is you can speak what was it, like 6 syllables or something like that?
Yeah, these are like heartbeats of time.
Oh yeah, we never said that Nomi was doing anything, but I guess she didn't need to do anything
You
because
didn't
Ren.
need to do anything.
Yeah. Oh well.
I mean,
we can say
I
she's
like it that
distracted
way.
by what I'm about to do.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, she doesn't
Sure,
even
yeah.
need to be a part of any of this.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's just standing there.
She's probably drained, just like the other two are, whose names I forget. In some capacity.
Jaina and
Yeah. Nibbit.
Nibbit, yeah.
All right, your
kidding.
ob is 8.
Okay.
All right, time to double your skill and make it gray.
Oh, my witty banter is looks like we're getting that rematch. Something, I don't know. I'm tired. Ugh.
What did you do to him last time?
I cut his hand off or arm
Yep.
off and force pushed him off a cliff.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
time to cut off the other arm. There you go.
No, you just. I'm here to finish what I started, right?
Yeah, that's a good line. Although he's not confident at all because he doesn't have his big boy muscles.
He has the force in the form of
Yeah.
fate points instead of the actual force.
He starts to tap into his hatred a little bit, but he like looks at Nomi as he's doing it. What does he see feeling? Like I'm sure she can feel, or you all can feel that he's starting to try and tap into it.
Yeah. So she looks you in the eyes, she meets your gaze, and then she just mouths, "No."
Right. So let me Google the Great Jedi Code so we can quote one of the lines from that. And create one of the lines. I'm gonna change the first line. He just whispers under his breath, there is no peace without a passion to protect.
That is a great line.
Yeah.
Love it.
Well, he's gonna spend his deeds point in lightsaber.
Sweet. So you double your dice.
And is it gray shaded?
Yeah, you also
yes.
Aristea because of how much you've spent, and so
Yep.
another gray shade.
So it's gray shaded for the rest of the scene as well. Yeah.
Right.
Also, to be fair, and I did you wrong on this, Caleb, in that big fight that I did. Only your skill doubles. Everything else is the same. So when I doubled the hundreds of assist dice that I was getting, I shouldn't have done that.
That's depressing. You should have never told me that.
Sorry.
We don't know the game.
I want us to know the game. We gotta know the game.
The problem
there are
with
too
running
many
whale
systems.
is that every rule has 3 exceptions, and you can only know that if you look up the rule every time you use it. Especially the war rules. Every single rule had at least 1 exception to it. I was like, I'm never going to memorize these in 100 years.
Yeah. Okay.
So we just gotta keep playing Burn Wheel. You know.
Yep, for 101, and then we'll be there.
Yep.
Since I'm, chanting this mantra in my head, can that count as a meditation?
You can fork meditation into lightsaber normally. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's my whatever. Defense for it. Meditation, telekinesis. He's not gonna do is try for intimidation. Force wise, soldier wise, force tremors wise.
Sith doctrine include like fighting styles and stuff.
No.
Oh, we already talked about this, I guess.
Yeah.
I've tried for it every time. I may as well try again. Hey, Caleb.
No.
So
If you had a
5
Sith fighting style wise, then sure.
And then I get 1 extra for my superior quality lightsaber.
Go for it.
So that's 6. And then do I just add the 7?
You just add it again.
Since it's
Yeah.
doubled? Okay.
I think you put it as Eartha dice actually.
Yeah, because in theory, adding 7 dice would decrease the difficulty, but it shouldn't because it's Eartha.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm also going to spend 3%.
Yeah, so add that also in at Eartha.
So 10 Eartha total.
Yep.
Is there anything else?
Did you mark it as gray shaded?
Yeah.
So real quick before you roll this, Gurno in chat said the line you should have said to Ulick was, "Do we have to fight? After last time, I thought you'd fallen for me." Puts on sunglasses. Love it.
We should bring him on the show.
I would love that. That'd be great.
Right now? Just
no, not right now.
Should we give him Locke's character? Yeah.
He'll play Nivet.
He can play the lieutenant for the next 2 seconds.
Hiya. Oh, there's one more. Oops. Face up 8. Hiya. Holy
18.
crap.
18 dice.
The most depressing part about this is that 10 would have been all you needed to get the best hit.
Yes.
Before we calculate this damage,
he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so dead. But I want to know the damage. But yeah, like after he chants his mantra, I'm gonna say this is okay because I got an 18.
Yeah.
He does like the Ahsoka thing and purifies the crystal of the Sith lightsaber he's holding, and it turns gray.
Nice. Cool. Love it.
And then he does like a Zorro and slashes through the entire ship.
No.
Yeah, that's the depressing part though, is you don't do any more damage for these last 8 successes. That's the
I mean,
part.
you can use those successes to like call shots and other stuff like that, but it doesn't matter because you literally just kill them. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, wild.
Wait,
yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna spend a fate to re-roll a traitor real quick.
I know that it's great.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
it's a 19.
Very nice. So how do you kill him?
I think he's stunned by like my lightsaber changing color, and that I'm not like tapping hatred, and I just charge him, and he stumbles a little bit, and I just do the the old what's it called, the old samurai movie. Like I do the little slash, and I appear behind him.
And then he
just slowly slides in half.
Yeah.
He turns around to look at you, but only his top half turns.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So he slides down and dies. And I mean, you've all just killed your opponents in one volley, so that was impressive.
So now we sit down at the controls and start shooting at the other ships.
I mean, we can probably just like cut there, right? And then do a short epilogue and then call it, right? So I think we do maybe.
Kib, you should check your
messages. Zoom.
Connor secretly becomes the new.
Don't ever. Okay, let me gonna say this for now, right now, for all of you. Don't message me on Zoom. I never check Zoom chat. All right. Always message me on Messenger. No,
it's just kind of weird that
we
you're
moved
on Facebook
past it.
More than you're on.
We moved past it.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's fine.
You guys won.
You just forgot, but it's fine. Yeah.
We could do it, but it's still recording 9:08 or 9:09. So.
Yeah, I need to go to bed.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any point to bringing that up now. So.
No, we're fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Cool.
Well, yeah.
So, I think we just get like a 1 month later hard cut, right? And real quick, we'll just do like a quick like montage of where you guys are. Who wants to go first? What are you doing 1 month later?
Oh, I definitely want to go first.
Good. Do it.
Well, it's kind of it'll. I mean, I'll probably have a little bit of something. It depends on what Collis is doing but okay, I'm gonna go for it, and then I'll see if you guys stick with it. So I think we see does this all have to be the same day?
No.
Or can I have okay. I think I want to, because I want to be able to give Chad his scene as well, but I wanted his character to come see me, if that's okay with Chad.
Yeah. What else would I be doing?
That's fair.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm assuming you'll have your own path too, but unless you're also just a part of this.
So we won.
Yeah. So basically, I think we hard cut, we skip forward. It's some indeterminate amount of time later, and we're just getting a short montage of what you guys are doing now.
So Bianca comes and visits on what planet would we be on?
Kashyyyk?
Would you be on?
I don't know.
Kashyyyk is a good suggestion.
Some place like Endor or
no one knows about Endor, but
I'm sorry, I'm not Endor. Like Yavin 4 is what I.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah, that makes sense.
Something like that. Some ancient temple place, planet, whatever. And Bianca visits and finds Ren training the younglings that Rel had.
Oh, cool.
That's also okay with David.
I assume you mean the ones that went with you, right? Or do you mean the ones that didn't go with you?
The ones that didn't go with me, because I'm leaving the Jedi Order.
Wait, you're in charge of the Jedi now?
So this, I assume that would only be the case if you would be teaching them what Rel wants you to teach them, right?
Right. Yeah.
Which would be what?
He wants them to learn how to like connect and communicate with the Force, but not to manipulate it, like use powers, right? Which is what's his nose agreed to teach them. Which
your Jedi friend
convince I can't remember his name now. The guy you sent after me.
Kessin.
Yeah, you'd have to convince him probably because he thought he was getting immortality out of the deal. So you might not be happy about that.
They could both be teaching him.
Yeah.
It really just depends on whether or not Ren would actually agree with that philosophy.
Yeah, that's right.
I forgot about that detail.
But I mean, there were kids that came. Most of the kids came with you. So
it could also just be the kids that Jaina was teaching and then got captured.
Yeah.
By the Sith.
But then Jaina would be teaching them with me, correct?
In theory. It depends on what you guys did with Jaina. Real quick. I'll reveal what was happening there for your guys' benefit, right? So Jaina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jaina and Nibbit and the rest of them got captured by the Sith. Jaina basically she was given an ultimatum between like these children dying and doing this for us. She communicated with Kalos and did it under duress, basically, everything she did. She had a very high falsehood normally, just because she was a liar. In other parts of her life, it didn't necessarily have to do with her lying to you guys before this point, right? She just happened to have a high skill in it. So whatever Nibbit or Jaina would be doing, kind of up to you guys. If you let them, they'd go back to teaching, right? Jaina would go back to teaching them.
I mean, Rel wouldn't have let her teach the kids that stuck with him, but she probably wouldn't have wanted to anyway. Necessarily.
I assume this changes everything about what you're doing, Ren.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know if it changes everything, but I just have to think about it for a little bit longer. We can go to somebody else.
I was going to say we should end with Kalos probably as the last person we see, but anyone else? I don't know, Raul. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm not sure now. My intention was to have him be like back on Manda and reconstructing it, and then in the same old teaching place is sorry, what was his name? Kessin was in there with Rel, and they were teaching the kids that stuck around, the handful that did. And I imagine that what's his name, the Gungan is being levitated or something.
Bartle.
Gungans can't be in a scene unless they're doing something silly. Bartle. So that was my intention. And then maybe even having Kessin constructing his own version of the this was only a month later, so but maybe he's
starting to figure out what to do to make his own version of the holocron thing.
What is it
phylactery
called? Horcrux.
Phylactery, but
right. That was my intention. If somebody else wants to change something about that, that's okay.
I don't know anymore.
How about anything you want to do with Kashyyyk? Maybe you're training the Wookiee younglings or something.
Yeah, would Byaaka go back to Kashyyyk or Kashyyyk or however you pronounce it?
How long has passed? As long as
probably like a month or two.
I want to have the second Wookiee Jedi be my Padawan.
Perfect. Yeah.
And we're just traveling around like Obi-Wan and Anakin.
So you didn't go back to Kashyyyk necessarily, but you did want to train another Wookiee and bring him with you.
Yeah, I would say I went to Kashyyyk to find another Force-sensitive Wookiee. And there was only one. And then, and then me and him left there. Maybe we were at the Jedi Temple.
You know what? I think that would be. I like that suggestion, David. So let's say this, Byaaka, you don't actually even go back to Kashyyyk. What happens is Rel. You find out through Rel somehow that Alashtak actually had a son.
Oh no!
Right? And it was like a son probably on Manda, right? Well, no. Okay.
He's gonna hate me. He's gonna.
It must have been a son that was on Kashyyyk and he either didn't know about or left or something for some reason, right? But
I think maybe his son was probably like, my dad ditched me for revenge. So
something like
that's
that.
Why he's not trying to kill you, right? He actually wants to.
But he was young enough when it happened that he's still young at this point and doesn't necessarily have a vendetta himself either. So, but Byaaka finds out about this and then takes him under his wing as his new Padawan. Does that sound good to you, Chad?
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Nice. That's awesome.
What about you, Ren? Sounded like you were all for the Jedi Order now.
I mean, he's all for the light side of the Force, which is the antithesis to what the Jedi Order is.
Well, yeah, I mean, to me, I was like, if these kids are not going to be taught, are not going to be taught by anybody, I was going to be like, well, I'll teach them because being a part of the Jedi Order isn't as important as these children are. And so like I'm just going to leave the Jedi Order to teach them because that's the only way Rel will let me teach them. But then his specific philosophy about the
Rel will let you teach them. I see.
Right, but the specific idea of the teaching them not to manipulate the Force, but teaching them to connect with the Force. I'm not sure if he would even know where to begin to do that, much less.
Yeah,
and I don't feel there's as much of a burden on him to do that anymore now that Kessin is just willing to do that instead, and he trusts Kessin. So,
I mean, would your character instead be like, I want to reform the Order and like go back to being on the council, but not just on it, like trying to actually change things? Because then you could be training the kids that stayed with you, but like the way it should be done, right?
Yeah, that is really what he would do. Like, what I was trying to do with that is say, like, he has come to the conclusion of being a Jedi isn't about the greater good. It's about each individual in a sense. Like he's willing to not be a part of the Jedi Order, even though he might do a greater amount of good there because these kids are in front of him and he needs to help these kids. Otherwise, these kids will be lost to the Force or whatever, or lost to morality because they could turn to the dark side or whatever.
So maybe you kind of start like you do the Luke thing. You start your own Jedi temple with the kids because you have the kids from the left the group that I was in and the ones that were captured with Jaina and Jaina. I mean, that's a pretty sizable group of people.
Or
because maybe you could go out and try and do it right for the sake of those kids, because there's still plenty of them. More of them joined you than stay with me, and that's to say nothing of the entire group I had before that is also with you now.
No, I don't think he leaves the Jedi Temple though. I think what we see is
just kills everybody on the Jedi Council and becomes a dictator.
No, not that either. But a good suggestion, a very good one, in fact.
Well, second option, actually.
Yeah. It's like right there.
Close.
Really tough call. But I think what he does is I think he. I think we see him inviting, what's her name, Jaina, right?
Yeah,
that sounds. I think we see him teaching those younglings, but within the Jedi Temple, and then he says, like he's teaching them a little Force trick or whatever, teaching them to meditate, and then he says, well, young Jedi, I have, or young Padawans, I have a special surprise for you today. Your old master Jaina is here to visit. And like Jaina walks in, and all the kids are like, Mr. Jaina, and are all excited to see her or whatever. And then he says, and she'll be around a lot more often now. And we see, what's his name? What?
He said, now that we're married. I was just kidding.
No. Well, you know, I can see it. I mean, I give her a wink, right? I mean, and it's not really like
it felt like an
innuendo wink, but it's like, it's kids. Friendly. Yeah. What?
It felt like the scene where the dad brings in the stepmother. It's like she's gonna be around a lot now. Anyways, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
Well, kinda, but it's up to the fans. We're leaving it up to interpretation.
We'll put it on a Patreon vote, and then
yeah, put it on a Patreon vote. But then he turns, and Odan or is like seeing this, and Ren kind of gives him a nod of like, I know you don't like this, but thank you. And Odander, gives him a nod back of like, Jaina has been accepted back into the Jedi Order to teach her kids as she sees fit.
Yeah, I kind of like that direction, because we show that Ren now has some influence in the Jedi Order, is able to get Jaina to return and to start reforming it slowly.
Yeah, which implies
I start reforming it slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not necessarily as much just like he doesn't really care for Jaina's like attitude really towards the Jedi. Yeah. But I think what he's looking for is like he'd rather that all the Jedi work together.
Yep.
Even
instead of all splitting off.
Yeah.
You want all the different voices instead of like an echo chamber, right?
Yeah. Yep. And I think that's the thing he realizes the most with everything that happened with Kalos is he's like, Kalos was a really good guy, but he was like banished from being like a good Jedi because of the things that happened to him. Well, also because he decided to hate the Jedi. But like, so he sees that like Kalos is a valuable person to have as a part of like the voice, have his voice in the conversation of the Jedi Council. And so he's like, no, I'd rather that he was a part of this, and I'd rather that Jaina was a part of this, not because I agree with everything they say, but because we need to not just like cancel and banish everybody that like doesn't agree. We need to deal with the people that don't agree because the Force is in these people too.
You don't want to be like Twitter.
Deal with them.
Love it.
Yeah, deal.
So what do we see? What do we see from Kalos?
Did David go?
Yeah. Rel's just back on his planet that he had under control earlier and is teaching the kids, and Kessin is making his own holocron and all that stuff.
But if you want Rel to be involved in what happens with you at all.
Yeah, this is a montage, so that there can be any bit of.
I mean, I'm sure we all keep in contact.
Well, last time I talked to Ren, he sent all the Jedi Masters after me. So
you and Rel probably keep in contact, and then you and Ren and Viaka also keep in contact. But Rel probably doesn't keep in contact with Ren and Viaka.
Probably not, yeah.
Well,
but I can use the money I stole from them to buy you a nice house with Nomi somewhere. So.
You got the other Jedi to train the kids, right? So I'm not beholden to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Okay. But I think since he's not beholden to you.
You didn't die, so I don't get the Korriban coordinates either.
Yeah.
Does that mean that when Kalos dies someday, the trigger will go off and Rel will...
No, we're going to get a second after scene. It's like 30 years later. And
Kalos dies in his sleep peacefully, and then Rel is the immortal.
Oh, look, Korriban.
I show up as a Force ghost to old man Connor. I'm like, I forgot something very important.
Please wipe my hard drives, clean my email. That's hilarious.
Yeah. If it's cool with you, I think he and Nomi go and like try and find like the remnants of the Dark Jedi.
Okay.
And
Dark Jedi as in like the Brotherhood of the Sith?
Yeah, like the
remnants of
the remnants of their followers.
Sure.
Like
yeah.
Keldroma and people, and try form like essentially the Grey Jedi.
A Grey Jedi enclave of some sort.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I think I'm down with that. I think Nomi. No, it's not even that Nomi like is a Grey Jedi herself per se, right? Or like cares too much about like has something out for the Jedi Order or anything. But she was married before, and I think she puts too much weight in emotional attachments anyway, that she wasn't long for the Jedi Order after you came back. So
yeah. I don't think we're like anti Jedi as much as he was during the campaign, because his relationship with Ren and Bioka. They didn't instantly kill me when I came back.
Mm-hmm. Cool, love it.
We're not like buddies, but we Ren and I keep in contact and have joint training groups.
Pass on different training techniques. Yeah. Cool. So we can probably just end there. The only thing I was thinking, we don't necessarily need to go through normal, Artha stuff because we're not returning to these characters.
We don't get deeds points.
But that's actually what I was going to talk about. Is there something here as in terms of like larger scale things? Does anyone else earn a deeds point for what they did in this session? Does anyone have any thoughts?
Well, obviously, Kalos gets a deeds point for becoming a Grey Jedi.
For creating the Grey Jedi, probably true.
Yeah.
I get one for
I mean, maybe half a deeds point. You're right. It's really not that impressive.
Do I get a deeds point for not getting paid?
No. You do not.
That day.
Yeah, I mean, it again doesn't. Artha actually doesn't matter here. I just kind of wanted to actually think through like the changes that happened in the game, and Ren is reforming the Jedi Order. Byaaka is training a new generation of Wookiee Jedi. So yeah, there's definitely stuff in the works and things happening in the universe now, and things being pushed. We've changed Star Wars forever, as they say.
Yeah. There's no Sith now; they're all dead.
Yeah. Well, for now. Yeah. Cool stuff.
I wanted to say just because it never came up and it was asked a lot. The reason that Rel was obsessed with Force sensitive children is because his species has so few children, and they breed so slowly that like any children that do exist in his species are like super protected and prized, and so he has that instinct from his species because they live for so long and like they don't they barely reproduce. So because once you become a Force ghost, I don't think it doesn't really work. So yeah, he values children generally because he still has that mindset of like
makes sense.
And you're trying to turn them into what you are.
And he's trying to make them immortal.
Cool. Yeah, I think the only thing I want to do real quick is at the end of the scenario, usually people get like either the workhorse award or the MVP award. I think it would be fun to hand those out. Who was the workhorse character, the most relied upon in a given scenario? This is for the mundane stuff. Having that piece of gear to make a scene go, having that skill to get the other character safely through danger, and just generally slaving away behind the scenes to make it all work.
Nibbit gets it.
I mean, I was going to say Nibbit,
HK.
Yeah. You're right.
Sure, HK can get a post-mortem one, and then I think Nibbit for sure. Yeah.
I think also I paid money for pretty much anything anytime we needed anything.
Honestly, yeah, Rel can probably get it too.
But you also drove the campaign like on sidetracks just as much with your money. Just
that's actually true. Yeah, we'll give it to Nibbit. We'll give it to Nibbit.
Yeah,
I think MVP has to be Kalos. Like,
I mean, he did most of the fighting.
Yeah, Kalos was the driving force of the entire game for sure.
Well, yeah, because he stole my character idea.
Cool. Yeah, so I think the last shot we get is we see Nibbit on Tatooine again. And he is meditating somewhere in the desert sands. And then
he gets eaten by a giant sand.
Another Jawa kind of waddles over to him and like prods him, and he wakes up. And the other Jawa, they just start talking to Jawa language. We don't get subtitles. And Nibbit like nods, stands up, and then ignites his lightsaber, ignites his like orange lightsaber. And then the other Jawa also ignites his lightsaber, and they like rush off to go save something. go help the Jawas.
Other Jawas in the background all ignite.
The sands just turn into a rainbow.
But yes, I think basically the end of the campaign is everyone teaching their own little enclave of Force users, right? Kalos is teaching the Grey Jedi, Ren is reforming the Jedi Order, Rel is making Force immortals, Byaaka is training the Wookiees, and Nibbit is training
and we skip to the future where the Kashyyyk Wookiees are fighting the Jawas. There's an immortal enclave that are just in space somewhere trying to be by themselves, but then I don't know, the Sith are super powerful because they found Korriban. I don't know. But they're being chased by Kalos. Yeah. And everything goes bad again. There's the next game.
Hopefully this time the Jedi doesn't execute the Grey Jedi again when they show up.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
Just to clarify for our listeners, Jared did not steal my character idea. I gave it to him willingly.
Yeah, I think both of you
put
were
forth a premise, and you were like, "Oh yeah, I'm not going to play this, but that would be a cool idea." I'm like, "Yeah, that is a cool idea, sure."
And you did a bunch of stuff with it I did not anticipate. So that was
great. But yeah, that's been Lords of Hatred. We'll go ahead and wrap up the show there. Thanks again for Chad for coming on and joining us. That was a blast.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun to play with you, and hopefully we'll be able to do something else in the future with you at some point. But for now, we're going to go ahead and say goodbye. And next week, we'll be back with some Elysian Road.
We're starting right away, huh?
Yeah, I mean, why not? The only other idea I had was if you wanted to do a one-shot, I feel like maybe the Tolkien one-shot might be a fun one to do, because since Rings of Power is like currently ongoing.
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested in that.
I'm gonna...
Oh, you won't be available next week?
I'm gonna be a woke Mary Sue next week if we do that.
So no next week, but that actually gives me more time to do Elysian Road prep, so that's good, actually.
We could do...
Oh, that's true. I guess we could do Lord of the Rings one-shot without David. That's true.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
I mean, if Carly wants to, then we could do 4 people. Otherwise, it'd just be us 3. Then it'd be... I mean, we could still do it, but it'd be 2 characters.
I could probably get another guest or something too, but we'll talk about it.
There's always battle from the dollar.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
there are
some of our
always
best RP has just been the 2 people sessions with you and Connor, or you and me, Connor, where we would just sit down, don't record it to our dismay, and then just have awesome, yeah. So
we never record the 2 people sessions, but we need to.
Like the session we did where you played David and Orphans and
hey, we recorded that one. That one's actually recorded.
Oh, true. Yeah.
But what we didn't record was our Gallivant ripoff, which will forever haunt me.
That was pretty.
And then we also didn't. I mean, because we didn't record it, not because it was bad. It was excellent. And then we also didn't record the Butt Stallion.
Yeah.
2 people game. Yeah. Anyways.
Cool. We're done. Adios. Good night, everybody. See you
later.
Bye.